No, I was testing this thing called Lightstream. I need to do more testing with it. Get lost. I don't know what's going on. It wasn't sending any audio or video to YouTube, which is kind of annoying because that's what I want it for. So I thought, fuck that. Fuck it. Yeah, you can hear me now because I'm on StreamYard, isn't it? So, it's the 20th, so that reminds me I should probably pay for that. I'm obviously not going to use thingy Lightstream, I don't think, which is a shame because it would have allowed me to share more than one thing at a time. And, you know, it would have allowed me to share like more than one video or share an application and a video. I don't think you can do that with StreamYards. You can only share one item. So that would have been really nice. I think what I'm going to need to do is I don't know why it's not working. It all seems to work within the website. Yeah. So, hello everyone. Tarquin, I could be Don, Sonic, Gmar, Pam, The Watcher, Tarquin. I could be Tarquin. Tarquin. Wilma. Oh, that was super annoying. That's super annoying. Back to the drawing board with that. If I can't work it out I paid for it for a month, this thing called Lightstream. I've joined their Discord, so I'm going to see if I can work it out. They were suggesting that the issue is my computer isn't powerful enough. Well, it was for something else because the page was unresponsive. Yeah, I need to build a new computer. The computer I've got at the moment, yeah, you know, it's a pretty good computer. Don't get me wrong. I spent a lot of money on it, and it was, you know, it's an i7 4770 processor, 16 gig of RAM. I have had to take the graphics card out because I do need to install a cooling system onto it. At the moment, it's just got the cooling provided by the case, and that's not sufficient, really. So I've got a case coming in a few days. So that could be scary. I could brick my PC in the process of you couldn't put your avatar up on the other one, Whereby or Lightstream, because Lightstream. Oh yeah, Lightstream. That's another issue. You need a camera for Lightstream. That's another issue. Yeah, you would need a camera. Everyone would need a camera, or I'd have to have an image. So what am I going to do now that I'm live? I was doing some drawing. I could share that, or no, you know what? I was going to do this. I was going to do this whilst also doing some drawing. See, that's what Lightstream would be really nice for, because it would allow you to have more than one source. Whereas with this, you can only have one window open. So that's kind of restricting. Sam reports is trying the floor mat zoom right now. Oh, you couldn't. Yeah. So with Lightstream, you need. You want to interview me sometime, El Sancho? That's interesting. Why do you want to interview me? I'm not a very interesting interview subject. I'm going to be honest. I'm much more of a reacting person. So I came across this this dude online, and I kind of really like him. He goes by Destiny. He's a Twitch streamer, a gamer predominantly, and he he's quite abrasive in certain respects. You like middle far left? Oh, right, okay, you're looking at the boobs. Fair enough. Oh, right, before I get into this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on drawing, which obviously you can't see, and then have I updated the Streamlabs to reflect that it's StreamYard? Yes, I have. That should be fine. So I'm going to carry on drawing, but you can't see that, which is obviously a bit of a shame. Well, maybe not. It depends if you like art or not. But I'm going to play this video by Destiny. Now, it's a panel that he's on. I don't know what software they're using. It looks quite nice. I'm wondering if that's Whereby. Maybe I wish Whereby had chat integration with YouTube. Yeah, that would make it nice. I'm going to get Lightstream working. I think what I was thinking was I could get Lightstream working, and then for people that don't have a camera, I think they could. I don't know if they can still join. I don't know. Anyway, so let's have a listen to this. Oh, Sasquatch, if you want the panel link, just type !panel like Tarquin's done. So the guy Destiny is the one on the top left with the beard and the black top and the kind of bluish room. You pretended to be Lancaster. Okay. All right, Sancho. Just to be clear, Sancho, I'm not agreeing to do an interview. I'm kind of cagey, you know. I don't like talking about myself necessarily. So yeah. Anywho. Can you guys hear this? I'm guessing you guys can hear this. The panel command did nothing. Damn it. You can't hear it. Right, okay. Right, let's stop that. Share screen. I thought I'd checked the... I'm going to make someone cry. Share audio. Share...
Destiny got banned recently, but we're not going to talk about it because who gives a shit?
Listen, you can talk about ban favorites. I just don't want to do a 2-hour topic on whether or not Twitch is inconsistent on bans. Because
yeah, well, I've told Raj before this. It's like beating the bones of the horse.
Yeah, you're
so
like beating the ground that the dust like dropped onto. Like the horse is so far dead. Like, we're okay on that.
Is that better for the audio?
Let's go and introduce everybody one by one here on the Raj Royale podcast. Here we go. Let's start with the top left-hand corner. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Destiny joining us after his 1-month break.
No, it won't be.
Break of podcast.
Well, it says it should share audio. Maybe I should.
Really enjoyed not being on these shit shows.
Really? Well, hey,
Do
welcome
that.
back.
What's
Thank you so much.
default
It's
voice
really
meter
nice to
aux?
have you. We
Right,
really,
that's
we really
V2,
are
isn't it?
looking forward to what you have to say or not.
If you have a problem with finding a girl, I think that a lot of guys have too high standards. I see this a lot of times with my friends.
I agree. Standards about what?
Okay, hold on. Yes, go ahead, Bastian.
What standards about what? Like what kind of standards?
Appearance.
Is that it?
Go ahead. What Destiny? Go ahead.
Yeah, I think that if you talk to a lot of girls, you find like surprising answers that guys wouldn't expect. Like you could, like there are surprises.
All right, so just to I think the count. So I think they have like set times for. I think they do like mini debates. So they have like several subjects. So this one is online versus real life dating. And so that timer, I think, is indicative of how long is left. Now, this is like a highlight reel, which is in itself 1 hour, 22 minutes long. There's a link to the full length. There's a link to, I think there's a link to the full length thing, or maybe it's in a comment. It might be in a comment actually, but yeah, I think there's a link to the full length debate if you're interested in watching the whole thing. And then I think what happens is the audience maybe votes someone off the panel based on their how they dealt with the argument.
It's never really hot girls that'll say things like, "Oh, like I think dad bods are cute." But if you talk to guys,
Now
some
you
guys
hear
who are, like,
double,
250
right? Okay.
pounds will be saying shit like, "I don't know, I would never fuck with a chick that's like 120 pounds."
All right,
Like,
does that
have,
get
like,
rid of the
very
echo?
high standards, and it's like, okay, dude, like you should be a little bit more realistic and like the type of people that you're trying to associate
I'm
with.
more than 250 pounds.
Exactly,
Destiny.
that's what I would
That's
say.
so true.
Raj
I mean, we
uses
don't-
I'm more than
whereby
250 pounds,
for
Destiny, and I
video
would fucking sleep with a girl
and
120
Discord
pounds.
for
Sure.
audio.
120 is not
Okay,
where
which
even
I
close
also think as
So that
women,
means then,
like, as women
hang
are
on, let me
raised,
just pause
there
this.
is a higher chance of like women being insecure and guys have inflated.
All right, yeah, this is so all right, so I'm guessing audio is fine now. I'm guessing Homunculus has come across this group before because he actually Raj, I think, is the guy hosting it. I don't know who he is. Well, I don't know who any of the people are, but the top left guy is the guy that I'm interested in. I'd actually quite like to have a conversation with him, although I think he'd fucking run circles around me. So I suppose that's the issue. They're using Whereby, so that means none of them can interact with the chat, right? Echo confirmed, fixed. Okay, yeah. Is that a fake 10th man? I'm guessing that's a fake 10th man. Hey Sasquatch, welcome to the panel. They're all Twitch streamers. But I suppose the thing about StreamYard, can this even go to Twitch? I think it can if you pay for it. Yeah, anyway.
I don't know.
Well, let's carry on. It gets quite heated. Yeah.
More often than not. And so I think like guys often consider themselves like, oh, I'm an 8, like I should be able to date 8s, when in reality they're actually a 6 and they shouldn't be shooting that high. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's quite the opposite because
But
of
wait,
social
they meet
media
in the
like
middle.
Tinder and Bumble. Women have it far easier on those apps, and it creates a mode of confidence that they actually. Because in reality, they're not that good looking.
Games again is
Those
far
apps-
easier in what sense that
Yeah,
they could
what
get
do you
any
mean
dick
by
they
that?
wanted. Of course they
So
could. Every
like,
guy's a
if-
horn dog.
like a guy on Tinder and on Bumble is going to have a much harder time than a female because a guy has to lower the standards and a female just can get anybody they want.
Wait,
Honestly,
hold on.
We're not talking about like real life interaction.
Yeah.
Like on Tinder and Bumble, if you're literally
I
just looking
use
for
that as an
somebody to fuck,
example, you dickhead. We are
I know
talking about
that
a real world example here about women. Actually, the exact opposite of what you're talking about. Women actually now have far too much confidence because of those apps.
So let's talk about social media in general. If you're going to talk about apps, think about all the pressure that girls have now because of the pictures that other girls are posting on Bumble and Tinder that are filtered and edited and yada 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 that all of us expect. No, that's absolutely not true. Women don't have more confidence. Women are more insecure than ever because we're having these beautiful women shoved in our face all the time.
Well, okay, but
Hold
on. Go.
you can still get laid like this.
Yeah, with men and
That
women are
doesn't, just because you have a bigger pool of
both of us.
people who will fuck you doesn't mean that it's easier, like, to find someone at your level. What?
Yeah.
Like, if you're an
I mean,
8
I
as a
get it.
girl, yes, everyone's 7 to 1 will DM you trying to fuck you because men have inflated confidence and we think we can fuck anyone. But that doesn't mean that it's easy to find someone that's like your level, dude.
I also think it's important to clarify. There's a huge difference.
Hold on,
between-
Destiny, go ahead.
This is so
Yeah,
bullshit.
we said we're talking about like real life relationships. Tinder and Bumble. It's not real life. That's like
Yeah,
like
right.
online interactions. Like
But they
real
lead
life
to real
interactions
life
with people.
relationships.
And
real
just
life
like
interaction.
Cinderella says, you see that on Instagram. It translates into the real life. You can't say that it's not real life because it is. We live on social media. You can't tell me that's not real life.
Wait, games the game.
So, like, trying to find somebody. Wait, let me respond. Trying to find somebody to have a relationship in a real life environment. Is really different than
Definitely it will.
Hey, Tarquin.
Hold on, let Destiny finish. Canute, let him finish.
No,
let him finish.
You guys
Destiny
are all
with those
black
topics.
pilled as fuck. Holy shit! Like
Black
Jesus
pilled?
Christ! Like,
What's
yeah, you're
black
black.
pilled?
Black pill. Black pill is when you think. So the black.
Nihilistic people is what.
Let him finish. Hold on. Hey, hey, let him
Oh my
finish.
God.
But it's not fucking talking about the topic. It's talking about relate.
Well, the guy shouting, I think he's not actually visible. I don't think he's one of the panelists. But so that thing he explained my question earlier, because I was wondering about that when I was watching some of this earlier, because I was wondering how you could get the guy who's not present his audio in, but apparently they do all the audio in Discord. So the guy yelling is the host, yeah. But I kind of really like the guy in the top left, Destiny. He's a smart cookie.
Relationship. They were talking about sex.
Canute, I've had enough of you. Let him finish.
There's a difference between talking about like
a bunch of different things.
the fact that you guys think the only place you can find sex is online apps is like
No,
evidence of how
it's
fucked
not.
all of your minds are. Yeah, if somebody's talking about like, well, how easy is it to find a partner to have sex, whatever, and you're like, well, the stats on Tinder and Bumble say this. That's not the only place you can find people to
What's
fuck.
black
Firstly,
Yeah.
Tinder and Bumble are like way different than like real life interactions. Like a girl's gonna get offered more dick on fucking Tinder or Bumble than she'll ever get in her entire life. Like walking, it's insane.
I mean, honestly, like in honesty, I feel like the social media doesn't compare to real life because like girls will get so many messages on how they want to get later and whatnot. So many guys will message them, but in real life, a guy doesn't just come up to you and says, "Okay, let's have sex." I mean, like I'm fucking insecure as fuck sometimes. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. In real life, I'm very insecure, but
Straight guys, is that what you do? Just walk up to a girl in the in a bar and go, "Hey, let's have sex."
Well, if you ask enough women, it'll work once.
but during like social media and whatnot, I'm not insecure whatsoever because I get to be myself.
It's a
But in
way
real life, I
different
can't
world.
I can't just go up to a guy and be like, "Okay, let's fuck."
This is something that like I like
Charisma
try to
is
talk about a lot.
huge.
Like, yeah, like online interactions are meaningless, guys. Like it's not anything like a real world interaction. Like you can find people in the real world that if you had the opportunity to look at a Tinder profile, you'd swipe left every time. But when you meet them in person, you actually get along with them really well. Like you guys spend.
Let him
you guys
finish.
spend-
Let him finish.
People,
Let him
people
finish.
like people have used like online.
I mean, I think that's actually, is that a good, that kind of scans, I think, doesn't it?
Well,
I'd say it's true.
That you're much more likely to score in real life than you are on Tinder because like everything's kind of, it's just an image you're looking at on Tinder, isn't it? Whereas like, humor, for example, will do quite a lot to mitigate like, plainer looks. Yeah. In real life, you can just run.
you can have text humor, I suppose.
Bar lighting.
Like either Tinder or Instagram or Discord to like replace all of the real life interactions.
And
They're
what's
not
wrong
even-
with that?
Let him finish, John.
Because
Let him
the
finish.
problem is that they're not real. They're not the same. You don't
What do
know
you
what a
mean?
person.
Hold on, Steven. You're telling
Yeah.
me the girl
That's Navy. He's on Tinder all the time.
that I've been talking to for 2 years straight is
In my
not real?
opinion.
I'm
Destiny,
saying
you-
that you don't know. I'm saying that you don't know what that person is like. You might hang out with.
Navin likes to snort cocaine out of the buttholes of hookers, in my opinion.
Really?
Like if you try meeting people.
Yeah, I saw him do it last week, in my opinion.
Yeah, we all did. And private streams are a hoot.
In real life, you'll be surprised at the wide variety of people you get along with. Like I use this example all the time. Like when you go to school, for instance, you're not matched in those classes based on 37 dimensions of personality. Those are just people that you're fucking thrown in
Destiny,
a class with. But somehow
you guys-
everybody ends up getting along for the most part.
No, Joe, you need to put in your opinion at the end. Otherwise, you run the risk of being sued for defamation, right?
Yeah.
But according to, which fuckwit was it? It was Salty Ram,
Salty Buns.
right? Yeah, according to the salty fuckwit, if you just say "in my opinion" at the end, then that should cover you.
Yeah, use it in court.
That's
who have we got
some
here?
mighty
Nathan
fine legal
Johnson.
advice there.
Hello.
Okay, I was going to mind my own business till you defecated on my character.
Hey man, I was just expressing my opinion.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
It's not my fault that you're a cunt, in my opinion.
Hey Joe, it wasn't. If I gotta say, Joe, it wasn't heroin. It was cocaine.
Heron.
Herons. Yeah, don't snort herons. Fuck's sake.
No, he did put heroin. Come on, in all fairness.
You're
Yeah, but
fucking birds,
But ask Joe. It's pronounced heron.
in my opinion.
Are you fucking birds, Sasquatch? In your
Well,
opinion?
it's heron.
Heron.
Oh,
Now, core compliances, that's not a question we want to ask in my chat, to be honest. I should set up a little automated response for that, shouldn't I?
What?
That just responds to the question, what's up? Or the words up.
Yeah, you don't say what's up. Actually, he just said sup, man. He just said sup, man. Yeah.
Sup.
Like you're having a drink.
Yeah, but there should be an apostrophe before the yes.
See?
Right?
Joe Cool knows. He knows I got it right. I pronounced it properly.
what is he asking you to dinner or what?
Hey, MJ. Who's asking who to dinner?
Well, you said sup. I mean, does that mean supper or?
Sup?
Right, let's carry on with this.
Destiny,
Oh, have you come across Destiny before, Nathan?
Negative.
He's the guy on the top left.
You think Naveen's a gamer?
Do I think Naveen's a gamer?
Yeah, these all gamers, aren't they?
No, I don't think he is.
They're all gamers. They're
Destiny's
not
a gamer. I don't know who any of the other people are. But yeah, they might be into like politics. I mean, I'm going to be honest. She looks like a fucking feminist at the top right.
Really? No. Come on, really?
Yeah, really.
No.
I changed my mind, Shiva. I'm going. I changed my mind. I don't want the one on the bottom right. I like the one on the top, next to Destiny, to the right of Destiny. She looks like she might have some class.
It's like an auction.
Yeah, it's an auction. You got it. Yeah.
I mean, it's like an auction, you know.
The one below
if it was
Destiny,
an
like-
auction where nobody ever bought anything.
You know, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you. You know, like I'm gonna. That shit would drive me fucking crazy.
Are we seriously
Can I ask you a question?
I'll say suddenly.
There's no debate here. When you
You used to be in the Purple Army. I don't know what that is.
You converge. You become one.
I can't like tell. Like this is actually so sad. Like you can't replace real life human interactions with online video calls. It's totally different, guys.
Like Destiny's
Destiny, do you think Tinder and Bumble is not an okay way to start towards making
No,
an IRL interaction?
They won't let boobs talk.
If you're talking to someone on
She's
Tinder,
got her
you don't
hand
get the
up.
phone number in the first 2 days, you're fucking up. You're
That's
taking
very
it.
polite
I
of her,
just
isn't
asked
it?
you, buddy.
So like
Yeah.
you can
Let
use it to, like,
let
meet
boobs.
somebody, but
Let
don't
boobs
What's
talk.
wrong with it? Why are you saying it's so fucking de facto awful when I know like tons of people who are married now after they met off Tinder like 4 or 5 years ago?
Like, yeah, because if you guys are trying to
She's
say,
got
like,
her
whether or
little
not a guy
hand
can
up.
get fucked
She's so
after
polite.
performance
Let her
on Tinder,
talk.
like, on Tinder,
Jump
like,
in
that
there, boobs.
marketplace is
Just
much
start
different and
talking.
removed from what the real world is like.
Confidence doesn't mean anything if you're an
You
asshole,
didn't get to
right?
hear boobs.
So you need confidence, but you need
Hold on 1 second. Let them finish. Let them finish.
Too kind.
Assholes gets laid.
Hold on. Does anybody just hold on? Does
assholes
I
don't get
disagree.
laid.
I disagree.
hold on. Eva, you're claiming that assholes don't get laid. Is that correct?
Right, so Nathan,
Wait, that's a dude.
No.
Where?
what's a dude?
Top right? Was he just talking, or was that?
Some of
No,
them.
It's a
No.
she.
I know it looks like
that's
a
not
she.
dude.
With
The guy
voice
with
was-
beards. The people with beards are dudes, Steve. I mean,
Now, Nathan, I
People
think
with
you can answer this. Does being an asshole get you laid?
It depends.
yes.
Yes.
I'm not going to ask Tarquin because he's happily married.
Well, being an asshole, they didn't say being an asshole gets you laid. They said that assholes get laid also. That's how I
No,
heard
this is the question. No, the topic is does being an asshole get you laid? If you see at the bottom of
Where does it say that? Okay, let's see.
It's
Does,
at the bottom
does
where
being
it
an
says-
asshole get you laid?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it does sometimes. Sure.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on with El Sancho, but you might want to take a cold shower. Which one's a loon? Come on.
The guy in the suit with the tie.
Does he not remind you a little bit of Jack D, Tarquin?
Who?
The guy with the suit and the red tie.
No.
Confidence doesn't matter if you're an asshole. I'm saying charisma.
Why did he wear a
go
suit
with
to
that,
the
or humor,
panel?
or something that connects you to that person? That's my take.
Okay, hold on. All right, let's hear John Zerker. You disagree with that?
Yeah, yes, I disagree because when I came to Twitch, every girl was like, he's such an asshole, he's never gonna get laid. And then Twitch gone, I got more girls than every guy on the platform combined. It's a joke. You're all liars. You're liars.
One at a time.
You don't have more girls.
Hold on.
Oh, he's gonna start yelling again.
You're straight up lying, right?
Well, it does calm down a bit later because they vote people off, I think.
Hold on. Can I say? Hold on. I am
Destiny
not.
has more girls.
I am not an asshole. I'm actually incredibly fucking
Yeah.
respectful of
They're
everybody that I
so
talk to.
kidding.
The problem is you can talk to
Can you imagine
any person
10th man on this
platform that
panel?
I've never hooked up with, and they will never say, "Oh yeah, this
Oh,
is a huge
he'd get
asshole." And they're like,
destroyed.
yeah, I have an aggressive
He'd get voted off first chance to get out.
He would get utterly destroyed. Mouse would not know Ozzy's girl. No, that's just being cruel to Mouse unnecessarily. Right? I'm going to be honest. Like, I'd struggle against Destiny. He's a smart fucker. Yeah.
Hey, no,
My
you say
boy
it's
has a
joke
crush
now,
on
but you're gonna
Destiny.
walk it back, you realize how stupid it
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
the idea that like
Look, no fucking homo, right? It's just a man crush. You all get the Nathan Johnson. You got.
But
a
you are
fucking man
but you
crush.
are a homo. You can't say no homo if you are a homo.
That's irrelevant. But fucking
African
Nathan
or
Johnson.
Indian.
It's very relevant.
Nathan
When a guy
Johnson
talks about a guy.
Nathan Johnson got a man crush a couple of weeks ago, so he can just shut
The
the fuck up.
fuck are you talking about? Who, with whom? Wait, who was that? I did. Who was that?
The lawyer.
That was
The lawyer. Steve. Steve the lawyer.
Steve the lawyer. Just his name gives you a boner.
Oh fuck! I'm over that dude. That was some funny shit though.
Well, you moved on.
Oh
Steve
shit!
Williams. There you go.
Yeah.
Steve Williams.
assholes are the ones that get laid come from white knights who suck up to girls all day and are.
Wait, Destiny, it is true though.
Hey, sucking up to girls. That's a man thing.
The idea that assholes are the ones that get laid come from guys that will, every time a girl is like, oh, my favorite movie is this, the guy's like, oh yeah, that's mine too. Spend all day agreeing with the girl and wonder like, oh
I don't
god,
say that.
you know, why won't she fuck me? And then she sees her like have like banter with another guy, and then the guy's like, oh god, she only wants an asshole, because any guy with a backbone is instantly interpreted as being an asshole if you're a guy that's like a fucking white knight. Like that's the deal. Like
The
are
back
there
is
some
not the
guys that
bone
are
she's
assholes?
after.
So now I just want to say the reason why I'm sharing this guy's video and I'm kind of not worried that he's going to strike me or anything is because he does this, right? But we do need to stop and talk about it every now and again. So if anyone wants to stop the video, just
This
gonna say
guy, are you telling me that this guy is going to strike you for broadcasting this shit right here as intellectual property, or as is it?
No, I don't think he would at all. But
Okay.
you know what people are like. I mean, you've
Yeah,
seen Lady Di and
That's
Emo.
pretty
and-
lame. If you got 12 people on a panel, you're going to strike someone for showing that and act like you own that. That's kind of lame.
What if there's 3 people on a panel and you're
That's
one
gotta
of
be-
them?
Yep, one, just one. It's got to be you and your work.
Right. Okay. So does that mean then that Emo and Lady Di can't claim ownership of their panels?
Well, sure.
That,
No one
wouldn't
can.
that?
No, I mean, when I said sure, I mean no, they can't. I mean, sure they cannot. That's that was think about it. So Emo has a panel, and he's somehow coerced other people to come do his show for him, and he goes away for for 6 hours, and they hold the show. They do the panel. It would maybe back when he had panelists, you know, like Porter Farmer and places people like that. And he comes back later, kills the stream, and says, "That's mine now. I own that." I'm like, what the fuck, dude? No. Panels are wide open, I think. Freedom.
Late, but they're also dumb fucking girls that will fuck assholes. But like for the most part, like just being confident.
Ooh.
Being, like, it's usually a really good way to talk to a woman.
Go ahead, Mia Malkova, go ahead.
Oh, I just completely agree with Destiny. Like a guy can be super attractive, but if he's not respectful, then most girls, if they respect themselves, are gonna pass.
The question
See?
is, ladies,
She's
do you
classy.
feel like
Right, okay.
there's certain men out there,
Right.
that no matter
Okay. So yeah, this is the next topic now. So
Well, if you haven't voted anyone off, they're all still there.
yeah, I think it does happen later. Like you're, yeah, like because that's
Thanks,
a
Seth.
series of 12, but you can see there's 9 in the little preview, and then a bit later on, it kind of drops down again. There's like 3 or 4. So,
I
yeah.
see. Hey,
no
Sarah.
matter what they do, they need to lower their standards because it's just not in the cards for them. Like they're just never going to be able to pull that
Yes,
girl.
I do.
Guys, it's just
Yeah,
like a blatant ego.
They don't have anything to offer, really.
Yeah,
I
like,
can't lower my
like,
standards anymore.
I mean, looks aren't.
So Sasquatch, Tarquin, Naven, do men need to lower their standards?
Men
Need to.
or individual
Chosen
people.
to.
Some men. Do some men need to lower their standards? That's the question.
I'm sure they do, and some men need to raise them. And some
Already
men need-
have.
some
Mine are
men
down
need
at the
to stop
mine are
killing
as low as they can get.
prostitutes, storing them in freezers.
Trust me, Naven, they can get far lower.
Shut up. Fuck off.
Really, I'm kind of getting into signposts. I mean, they got a hole in them, so.
Literal signposts. I mean, I think
in my opinion,
if you move down to Alabama, I think you can marry a signpost, can't you?
Well, who's Mia? Who's Mia?
That's the 1 second right, top row.
Joe wants to know what's
funny.
Millar's. No, that's Millar, isn't it?
So that's
Oh, no, that's
moving
me.
off,
All right,
off
okay,
doing
yeah.
research.
Oh.
You can.
Joe's all over it. Joe will be back in he'll be back in 30 minutes.
Oh my
Do you share the research? Don't keep it to yourself.
We've lost Joe.
Okay.
Aren't everything, but I mean, some
Yes,
people.
definitely.
Wait. Here's a piece. Here is 100% true. I'd be shocked if any girl disagreed with me. Almost any guy, save for like, I'm not being mean, but if you're like hideously disfigured, almost any guy with like a decent set of fitting clothes and like a good haircut and a shave can be like a 6.5 out of 10. Like
Really?
it's very yes. I have seen so many guys on like I don't want to point out like
Clothes,
particular
haircut,
things that, like, oh, I really
shave.
like, oh, that guy's an insult, blah 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 blah. But you,
What do you think? Clothes, haircut, shave makes you a 6 out of 10, irrespective of how you look, pretty much.
No, not irrespective. No.
Well, yeah, that's most of the impression is from how you look. Then it's from what you say, then it's from how you sound, then it's what you say. Isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, you clean yourself up. Don't cuss all the time. Probably
Isn't
do
that,
fairly well.
Isn't there a trucker's saying about a shower and not a shower, a wash and a shirt kind of serving the same purpose as a shower?
Oh, that's a shit shower and shave.
Shit
Then they're
shaving
good to
and
go.
haircut.
Yeah, then they're good to go.
Looks
Yeah,
like
okay.
Mia Makova is her name.
There you go.
You mean that wasn't a joke?
I don't
usually
think
their hair
so.
is like super
that
scrangly
was-
and wringly and unkept, and usually they have like
I don't
neck
think either
beards and
one of those
stuff.
are words.
Why are you describing yourself, Destiny?
Listen, because I'm not on a fucking Twitch show asking for advice to get laid.
Okay,
So I
alright,
can say
alright.
whatever the fuck I want,
But
okay?
obviously
But I'm
that's
saying,
not
like,
all it
a
is,
lot of-
right?
I'm just no. I'm saying for a lot of guys, like they're literally like fucking one.
God, that's
haircut,
got to
one
be
shape,
confusing as fuck to be on that thing. Look at
There's a
everybody
lot of
trying to
guys
get on.
Well,
It's easy to be attractive as a guy. It's much easier to be attractive as a guy than it is as a girl because there's such higher standards as girls.
What would you rate
Yeah, like
yourself?
nobody clips
Honestly-
photos
Yeah,
of
12
guys
is
and be like,
too
wow, look how
many
big his
for
nose is, or like how
No,
he
listen,
like a thing that generally
honestly,
like,
for guys just need
Hold on.
guys just need to exercise and shower because like a good posture, a little bit of muscle,
Oh, here
and
we go.
being fresh. That's it.
This is on the topic of greedy streamers, and I think the chat's going to relate very well with how they.
So, are streamers greedy? What do we think?
I like greed. Greed is good.
Yes.
Greed
Greed is good. Yeah, greed is good.
Yes.
If it wasn't for
welcome,
greed,
Paige.
you wouldn't get a lot of people streaming, would you? If they didn't make money, they wouldn't stream.
My
Hey, Steve,
PayPal.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I just came up to bring a little excitement to the panel because Tarquin's a little low key.
He's saying I'm not exciting.
You know, you're kind of low key. You're very low key.
Would it
I
help
have
if we
some
called you a
wicked
cunt?
one-liners.
Paige?
I have some
What was
wicked
that?
one-liners, though. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
yeah. Yeah,
Every 10
yeah, no,
minutes,
you got that.
you just throw in a one-liner. That just keeps you good for 10 minutes.
Yeah, you do have that that British humor.
In your opinion?
I should hope
In my,
so.
yeah, well, I think that's everybody's opinion.
I might change the title to what am I going to call this? Navin.
Is an asshole, in my opinion.
All right, yeah, Navin. Is...
Navin snorts Charlie off hookers' horses.
Okay, Navin snorts.
No, you're not gonna make it that. My mom
So
watches
listen,
this. My mom
I'm
watches
on
this
my
show.
phone. Is there any
No,
way to
she
see the
does not.
chat?
No, she does not. Sorry, Tate,
Yes.
go on.
My mom watches this show, and I got to be over there for dinner tonight. You guys gonna?
True story.
What is she cooking for you today?
Well, surprise.
Falafel.
Tarquin is a mad,
An error occurred
a
on
marred
YouTube.
ass, in my
It's
opinion.
no, he's meant to say Mardy Arse. It's Mr. Y.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody say
so-
hi to Trump. Everybody say hi to Trump Tard.
Hello, Trump Tard.
Hey, Trump Tard.
Why?
There we go. Hello, Anonymous Legion. This is an
Hey, it's Ed Mariras.
Oh, we got 37 viewers. So,
Ed Mariras.
Ed Mariras.
Just going to plug a future show, which is not tomorrow, is that tomorrow, my next one? No, not Monday, but Thursday night, EST, 8 p.m. will be the opening episode of...
Did you confuse Monday with Thursday?
He just did, yes.
Well, must be nice.
And in day.
Drinking.
Anyway, shut your face, Nathan. The tournament, Fuckwit Tournament 2020, first episode.
Yes.
Yes.
Versus defend, is it?
I think we'll probably need to do more than one bout for the first round, because otherwise it's just going to take weeks and weeks and weeks.
I think we could do four in a. I think we could pull off 4.
Naven does that ass coke, in my opinion.
Ass coke.
Naven does ass coke.
What the fuck? he's created a term for it now. It's a fucking term.
Hey, Steve, I want to share something with you about Ed Mariras.
Ed Mariras.
Okay, so there was a group of people here on YouTube that were doing a hot pepper challenge. I don't know what kind of peppers they were, but they were hot. And they would get 2 peppers, and they'd have to eat them on camera, both peppers. When it got to be Ed Mariras' turn, he took his hot peppers, and before he ate them, he covered them with hot sauce.
He did. I remember watching the video.
He covered his hot peppers with hot sauce. Now that was a class act.
Ed Mariras.
Ed Mariras, man, he is a hot sauce eating guy.
A hot sauce eating guy. He's a hot sauce chili covered. He's a hot sauce covered chili eating guy. Oh my word! How long do we think it's going to be before Emo does a panel? Should we start the
It
pool?
depends if someone donates enough money to pay for StreamYards for a month.
His StreamYards ran out, right? He won't tell you the real reason. The real reason is he's not upset with anybody. He
Hi,
just he
Ian.
didn't.
How are you?
He ran out of his $25 is due, and he doesn't know if he should pay it, or probably doesn't have the money or whatever. That's the reason he didn't do his panel. It wasn't because anybody killed his show. So, like Tarquin said, once he get if he can muscle up $29, $25, whatever it is, he'll be back in business for 30 days.
Yeah.
With the same 3 people on his panel.
Yep.
What
Yeah, so-
after he dissed him?
Yeah, he insults him in a video afterwards. You know, after they spent 6 hours on a panel for him. My panelists suck. They're boring as fuck. I hate my show. It's the worst show on YouTube. I'm like, damn, dude, that's fucking harsh.
God did this to me.
Lady Di did this to me.
Same 3 motherfuckers.
That guy could be the next Sam Kinison.
The next who?
Sam Kinison, the comedian, the rage comedian.
I used to think that too.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I just wanted to come on and say hello.
All right. Well,
I'd say
thanks for
Taze.
coming on, Taze.
Hey, Tarquin. Calm down, Tarquin. Calm down.
I will. Thank you.
Hi, Annie.
Hey, Sauce, I'll see you later, man.
Thank you for reminding me.
See, they think that the question about being an asshole gets you laid. Tarquin thinks that being overly redundantly cool gets you laid.
No.
No,
Well, it
I
does.
think Tarquin thinks doing the washing up gets him laid.
Well, it does.
Watch it.
But it does. Right. Everything does.
Especially when it's put forth in a sentence. Hey, Tarquin, go take a shower and you'll get laid.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Does buying coffee mate get you laid, Tarquin?
Yeah.
Coffee mate, just coffee mate.
Brownie
Not the
points.
coffee.
Brownie points.
Don't
call out yourself.
Yes. Okay. So, Twitch Prime, Mr. Groscore, who recently spoke
Spoiled
out
cunt.
against greedy streamers asking for subscribers when they already had 10,000 subs. He later stated that $50,000 a month is more than enough to live off of, no matter where somebody lives. Do you guys agree with Groscore?
Sorry, is that what you get from having 10,000 subs?
No, I don't think so. No.
Right. Okay.
You can live.
Swami, I'm still not sure.
I've watched a
he
few
or she-
streamers, and you can live off 50,000 subs if you put out regular content.
I'm not intelligent. I'm a stupid Englishman. I just sound posh. It makes me sound much more intelligent than I am.
Sentiment.
I think most streamers are absolutely fucking greedy. I can't.
Yeah.
Tell you
I
how
think
many
he just
streamers
challenged
I
you
go
to a fight,
How many
Shiva.
streams I go to is like sub goal or donation
Oh, right.
goal.
Hang
It's
on.
like,
Was that a challenge to a fight?
He said, "Let's go 1-on-1." When I hear that, it's go time.
In
Yeah,
the field.
It's on.
in the field. Yeah, wherever we are. Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking? Are we talking
I mean, I don't think
Queensbury
he's talking
rules?
about sex. I don't think he's talking about sex. I think I think he's talking
Oh,
about.
fucking hope he's not talking about sex. You better not be talking about sex, Swami. That's just no,
Not allowed.
not allowed. Whether you're male or female. Hey, Jamie.
Pistols at dawn.
Pistols
That's right.
at dawn.
10
20
scouts.
paces.
Yeah. Blindfolded. Blind justices win every time.
Oh shit, is he on the list? He's not on the list.
Yeah, he's
No.
on the list. Unless you
Is
took
he?
him
not?
off.
He's not.
He should be. He was on the list. You took him off, didn't you?
He's not.
I might have taken him off. There was a lot of adding and removing of people.
There's too many.
Oh shit.
So this cunt waffle, am I in this cunt waffle tournament then?
Yeah, we'll all be in the cunt waffle tournament. I was thinking Joe Cool should be in the cunt waffle tournament because he's not.
Naveen's going to win that, so it's pointless anyone else showing up.
Yes. Yes.
Well, Gary Snowflake might win it. Come on.
No.
He's a bit of a cunt waffle, isn't he?
Who do we have in the cunt waffle so far?
Well, all right. So there's me, you, Tarquin, I think, qualifies as a cunt waffle. Does NJ Diver count as a cunt waffle?
Let's think.
Well,
he's kind of polite. He's so polite,
Jason
really.
Calday. The mass holes count as cunt waffles. No, I think Jason Calday would count as a fuckwit, wouldn't he?
I think Kate, definitely.
Oh, man with a
cunt
mic.
Waffle.
Man
with a mic, cunt
Sentinel.
waffle.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of cunt
Yeah.
waffles. I think we could have quite a good cunt waffle tournament afterwards.
Yeah, NJ, throw him in there. He's so polite though to be a cunt waffle.
No,
Who
he
would be
can.
my
He
opponent,
can
though?
be quite savage, you know. NJ can
Really?
be quite savage. Yeah.
I haven't heard it, but okay.
Well, in chats, he can be quite savage.
Well, that counts.
Is Mike Malay a cunt waffle?
No,
No.
not even close. Poor Michael doesn't have a category. Damn it.
I mean, if there had been more space in the fuckwit category, we could have put him in there.
Yeah, he could have fit right in there. Loon, she's in the cunt waffle.
I think 10th man would definitely vote for a loon, wouldn't he? Depending
No,
on who she
not
was again. Oh yeah, or you. Who else is a cunt waffle? Oh, Teresa's a cunt waffle, isn't she?
Yep.
Bay Balance.
Bay Balance.
Bay
cunt
Balance.
waffle. Yep.
Steve P, is he a cunt waffle?
He comes on. He's definitely. I mean, definitely, but he's in the chat quite enough to be. I think his chat makes up for his non-panel cunt waffle.
Would we include chatters amongst the cunt waffles?
Yeah, but I think they need to be. You know.
Can we post a link to this tournament in this chat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a
Involved.
good idea actually.
What
Salty
was that
Rad
thinking?
doesn't qualify as a cunt waffle because he's a fuckwit.
Do I count? I gotta know. Do I count as a cunt waffle?
We'd have to talk about
I would
that.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
agree.
not a fuckwit. Tammy wants to win the fuckwit competition like nobody's.
I knew he would. Fuck, I knew that.
They all do. They
He's
all
an
will.
idiot. That's a bad strategy, Tammy. If you're listening, that's a poor strategy. Don't ever voice that you want something. You're not going to get it. We'll make sure of it.
So we've had 2 predictions already. One is by me, so that probably doesn't count. That's a link to. I should make that a command, shouldn't I?
Turn your VPN on.
Who?
Anybody.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. Everybody's all spooked
I
now.
mean, yeah, I mean it's. I would imagine it's fine. But yeah, I mean, if you're nervous about it, then turn your VPN on.
It's not your domain. It's not yours, is what I'm saying. You don't own that.
No, I don't. But you know, I've got to do something to counteract your fear mongering.
Fear mongering.
Yes, fear mongering.
That's how I found out Shiva was from New Hampshire.
What, by fear mongering?
Yeah. Clicking on
I
links.
found out you were from Derby.
Oh yeah, Big D's. Big D's got to be on the cunt waffle list.
Right, yeah, Big D. I mean, there are a few cunt waffles, aren't there? Ed Mireres has to be on the cunt waffle list, just by virtue of the Ed Mireres meme, I think. Ed Mireres. Should we find out? Are streamers greedy? Seems like a pretty shitty topic. I'm
But
not
they are.
interested in that.
Yes.
Are non-profit charities a scam? All right, okay, let's have a listen to that.
Imagine donating money to
Oh my
charity.
God.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, you don't
Oh,
like
wow.
to donate money to charity?
I am skeptical of most charities. I'd have
Why are you
to
gonna
really
get me
look into
started,
most
Shiva?
charities that are
Oh my
nonprofit.
God. Oh my God. My temper just went up. Oh,
Right,
put me on
okay.
that- Put me on that.
Why did your temperature go up?
Because I don't like charities. I don't like certain charities when they're run in a
Oh,
certain
yeah.
manner. You know, there's
You
very
don't-
few. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of charities, and I'd say the majority of them are nothing more than just to run a little business, to make a little money, and care little about the end results of the recipients. And some of them are actually very, very, very good and run well and proper and open and transparent and do all the proper filings. You know, they but if you go to a charity, if you go to there's several websites where you can actually look at a charity and look at their filings. And, you know, you open it up and it's like so anemic. Like there's no reporting. It's like one side, oh, we took in this money, we spent this much money. Well, we just spend it on what? You know, I mean. And so many of them are like that, and I don't know if it needs to be a total. Somebody needs to take another look at them and see. They need to add, I don't know, more reporting requirements, because you know a charity requires someone to make a decision with little information, and usually it's pretty. That's how they run their campaigns. You know, oh God, it's urgent. You know, act now, and you know, next thing you know, people are throwing their money at something they don't know exactly what it's going into. You know, but having said that, there are several very, very good charities, about five of which I donate to, and I think that they're proven. Their overhead is manageable, below 10%. You know, something of that nature. Then, you know what your money's going to. But when I see money and like, what do you mean, like a church raffle, like my church, the church in my neighborhood has a raffle. I buy raffle tickets for them. Yeah.
When I buy shit on Amazon,
online raffles are
there's
probably an
a
online
part-
raffle is probably a scam if you can't get enough information and it's not open and transparent. You know. Yeah, probably a scam.
When I buy
I mean,
shit
if
off
they-
of Amazon, there's a donation there, part of what it costs, and that goes to ASPCA for me.
Yeah, and if the ASPCA, oh, he just booted himself.
Hello,
Yeah,
no,
there's an animal charity in my area that I donate to. That's very, very good. Plus, I see the work. I actually get to see what they do with the money. You know, and so I like that kind of thing. Local charities are probably the best way you can go. I think if you want to really assure that your money is properly accounted for, is being handled. You know, but are you talking about your ASPCA? Are you talking about your local chapter or the national one for Amazon? Well, it had to be national then.
Yeah, it's the national.
Yeah.
As of June 9th of 2020, I've given $72.26.
Oh, that's how much you've donated by buying stuff through Amazon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Donated to Tiger King.
In the UK, if you buy anything on Amazon, it goes to a company in Luxembourg.
You need a Texas sheepdog on your list here.
They don't pay tax.
Oh yeah, Texas sheepdog on the which one on the cunt waffle raffle, the cunt raffle. We're gonna raffle off a cunt.
Are we going to raffle cunts, are we?
Yeah.
Or just one cunt, a prime cunt.
Never been used.
The fuckwit tournament.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking angry.
Hey, should we carry on with this? Let's find out what they think, shall we?
Let's think what they think. Yeah.
Nonprofit. So it's just most charities, like it's a fact.
Well, even if
Never
they
been-
make profit, what's
You're
wrong with that?
claim at all?
He's really such a shitty
No,
person.
I like making informed decisions, unlike most people. All right, so if I'm going to donate to charity, and I'm going to donate through charity, I'm not going to go through some streamer. I'm going to donate on my own time.
Who said
and my
that?
own
Who said
research,
that?
'cause I don't know where the fuck that money's
So
going.
that's the guy with
Okay, then don't.
that's the guy in the black vest.
He's
the
absolutely
black-
correct. Yeah, he's absolutely correct. I'm with that guy.
Right. Okay. Let's
just
take it back 10 seconds.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, so if I'm going to donate to charity, and I'm going to donate through charity, I'm not going to go through some streamer. I'm going to donate on my own time after my own research because I don't know where the fuck that money's going.
Okay, then don't. Cool. Like, cool
Right?
argument.
And that's what I just said.
I know, it's just like such a weird thing to bring up and act cool about. It's just-
I would say the majority of people that will say things like, "Oh, like I don't like donating to charities unless they really know about them." If you ask them what charities they know about, they say nothing. It's usually just an excuse to not donate to anything. If you don't want to donate anything, that's fine. Just say it. But like to pretend that like
I
every
don't wanna
single charity
donate
is a
to
huge scam. Like there's tons of easy like third-party auditors.
I don't want to donate to
Like,
anything.
I need that
Yeah,
money
that's fine. Then why not just say
myself.
that? Don't make it some bullshit.
I'm trying to
But,
pay off my taxes.
but what I said was also true too.
But
No,
it doesn't
that is
matter.
not
That's what the
true.
thing
It's
is.
not
They're like
true.
you just don't care to
Charities are all
donate. Like just say that. Like just don't. You don't have to lie to everybody here. What the fuck?
No, they're both valid points. Just because they're both synonymous.
Yeah, but if that other point was overturned, if I were to point you to like charitynavigator.org or like any other charitywatch.org or whatever that like goes through charities, then you'd say like, oh well, I just don't feel like donating. So your first argument is bullshit. You just put it out there to bolster an argument that but you don't really believe in that one. Just go with what you actually mean, which is you don't give.
So Naven, I put it to you that you're a stingy bastard and you just don't want to donate to charities, and that you're using your stance on charities to cover the fact that you're a stingy bastard. Do I take your silence as acquiescence to that statement?
Yes.
There you have it, folks.
Naveen is a stingy bastard.
Naveen is a stingy bastard. You didn't hear it here first.
In my opinion.
In my opinion, yes. I'm sure you won't be hearing it later other places too.
I'm taking it from your own playbook.
I mean, I'm literally the most like open and upfront person here, but okay. I mean, all right.
There was a tweet on Twitter referencing.
Does porn promote violence against women?
Yes.
I'd sort of think yes, really. It certainly objectifies them. But I would hasten to add that doesn't count for gay porn. Gay porn
Why
doesn't promote violence against women because they don't feature in it.
Well, you have gay women.
Oh yeah, right, okay, fair enough.
A top
Well, are they
porn
not
video
allowed?
which features.
Are they not allowed, gay women?
Yeah. You said there's no gay women. There's no porn in gay porn. No women in gay.
No, I just forgot about the gay women. I mean, you know. Now that you mentioned that there are gay women, I suppose I have to retract my statement that there are no women in gay porn. They're just not the gay porn that I watch.
Featured a
What gay porn are you watching, Tarquin? That features all these women.
Well, that'd be telling, wouldn't it? I'm a
girl,
lesbian at heart.
hands and feet shackled down,
Lesbian
mouth
at
gagged, being penetrated with a machine, electrocuted until she is screaming in pain and her body is burned with wax.
What the fuck?
Okay, hold on.
Talking about?
So hold on. This is this. Hold on. 1 second.
Tell me
1 second.
more.
Let me put it into context. This is a porn video that I think was done professionally. It's number 4 ranked on Pornhub. The tweet that was tweeted calls into question the message that porn delivers, and it goes on to insinuate that porn promotes the violence of women. So, question that I'd like to present to the panel is: you agree with that sentiment? Do you believe that porn promotes the violence of women?
Well, as far as I know, when I've shot for
He's
companies,
actually misasking the question there, isn't he? The violence of women is very different to the violence against women.
Yeah, I knew you were going to catch that. It's very much different. It's almost the opposite, you know? Violent women.
By the way, Naven, you were exposed earlier as a stingy bastard. Sorry.
Oh, wait. I missed it. I walked away for a second. I was? It's funny if I can prove that fact. No, I do donate to charity very much. But anyway,
because Destiny said he called out the guy in the black vest and saying, "You just don't want to donate to charity. Why don't you just say that? That's completely fine." And so I said to you, "Well, I put it to you, Nathan, that you're a stingy bastard, and that's the real reason you don't like charities, and you're using your fans as a cover." And then you didn't answer because you're obviously doing something.
Yeah.
So then I followed that up with, "Do I take your silence as acquiescence to that?"
Oh shit! I wasn't even here to defend myself. Damn it! Well, see, that's what happens. But to prove that point, when you go, I don't know if they do this in the UK, but at the grocery store, or as you guys say, at the shop, when you're in the checkout and you're paying for your things, sometimes the stores here will ask you if you want to donate $1 to some charity, right? They ask you that question rather than just present it to you on the checkout screen. They'll ask you verbally. And I'll say, hell no. I say, hell no, not now. And then they'll say, they look at me. And I said, well, I'm not going to do it now that you asked me. I mean, because now I'd be donating for the wrong reasons. You just put me under the pressure. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's for. I'm just going to because I got someone looking at me. And, so it's almost like, because humans aren't naturally altruistic. They want to do things to make them, it has to be their choice. They want to feel good about what they did. If someone put you under the pressure at the end of a checkout aisle and you got people behind you looking at you and stuff like that, it's a pressure tactic. And so I just say, not now. Fuck, I can't do it now. You mentioned it, you ruined it. You ruined the feel good moment, Now I'm doing it out of just pure pressure. So nope, not gonna happen. So if that's being stingy, okay.
So you're agreeing then?
Yeah, guilty. You said all that. Anyway.
Hey, Loon.
But it is a proven fact. Why do people donate? Why do people, if you didn't get the feeling of feeling good about yourself, say you just were incapable of having that feeling, I don't know, like a roach. I don't know if a roach has feelings, but anyway, would people donate? Would people give if they didn't get that reciprocal good feeling about giving? So you have to, that's what it has to be about, it has to be their choice, and it can't be presented in a quick, like, would you like to donate? I mean, I'd like to, but I can't. You fucked it up,
Good evening.
Uh-oh.
Watch her.
Oh. Where is she? There she is. Hey. Hello, Governor.
Hello, Governor.
Loon, they're fucking picking on me today, man. It's fucked up. They've called me a stingy, cheat bastard. They've called me a
you're not cheating.
Coke. Hold on.
No,
Ass Coke sniffer. They've called me. Let's see what else have they done to me.
Well, hang on, Nathan. I just like to say,
your opinion.
Like,
No,
you
they
agreed
didn't even
that
say
you
in
were
my
a stingy
opinion.
bastard. Sorry, Nathan. Your action. I didn't say you were a stingy bastard. I asked you, and you acquiesced. That's not my fault if you acquiesced, man.
I did it for the fun. I did it for the show.
Yes, I
This
was
is
listening.
fucked up. I didn't sign up for this shit, man.
That's a hell of a guy to take one for the show. In my opinion.
See, there you go. Very good. Well played, in my opinion.
You'll
Yes.
take one for the show, but not for the team.
That's right. Fuck the team. The teammates can come and go. The show remains the same.
Oh my god! If the show remains the same, that would be dull after the 15th
we're
time,
fucked.
wouldn't it?
Yeah, we're fucked.
You'd end up like emo.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh yeah. No, that would. I wonder if I could follow Emo's trajectory.
Well, yeah, it's not hard. Just bitch about everything and everybody, See, he didn't understand that the original who created the first trolls, the two first original trolls was the Muppet Show with the two guys up in the fucking balcony that bitched about the show
100%.
every fucking week. They bitched about the show. Then not only did they show up every week, they got the best seats in the house, and they sat there and bitched about the show. But the inventor, who was it? Jim
Henson.
the Muppet Show.
Henson.
Yeah, he knew that was entertaining to have trolls on his show, and the people on the show, like Kermit, he never bitched about them. They just kept going. Emo never got that. You know, trolls can be very can add a lot to a show.
Half of these streamers, if they didn't have trolls, they wouldn't have content.
Probably so. Yeah.
I think you'll find that's 2/3 of these streamers.
Yeah.
And if they didn't have trolls, they wouldn't have subs.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm in a tournament, am I? I heard that. That was the last thing I heard before I had to get out of the car.
Yeah, you're in the
yeah,
Cunt Waffle tournament.
You're in the Cunt Waffle tournament.
Woohoo! I'm going to win,
Which-
yo. I'm going to
which
win,
happened-
yo.
You better step
that
up your
happened-
game. See, I've been working on it so far. I've already labeled myself as an ungrateful, incompassionate, stingy, coke sniffing, ass sniffing, whatever the fuck I am.
Hooker killing.
Yeah, you know about the.
I'm gonna win this contest.
The hooker killing. Sorry, is it moved on to murder now?
Have you not heard about this chest freezer in the shed?
Oh, of course. I thought that was like a freezer shaped like a chest, though.
No. There's dead hookers in there.
Dead hookers.
Have you still got? Haven't you got rid of that yet? You've been saying for 3 years you were going to get rid of that fucking chest freezer and buy
It's
a
a big
bigger
freezer.
one.
It's a very big freezer.
He's saving them for a special occasion, isn't he?
It's going nowhere.
I thought you was going to get one of those. You know the size of a shipping container. You was going to get one of them and
No,
bury
just
it.
another one. Just another one.
Oh, another one. Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
So I think what we can definitely pick up from this is talking about whether porn promotes violence against women seems to promote violence against women. I'm assuming the hookers were female, Nathan.
All but one.
All but one.
Fucking sneaky bastard.
The first one that's kicked it all off was a man.
If I don't win this fucking contest,
Was
fuck.
that the moment he realised he was a man?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Hello, Verica. Welcome to the stream.
I'm practicing to be. What was that? What was the tournament? Cunt Waffle.
Cunt Waffles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got to do the fuckwit tournament first.
All right. Yes, but I'm in training. From this moment on, I'm in training.
That's right. You're doing good.
Well, if 10th man comes on the panel tomorrow, you might have a chance.
Oh, he's easy. All I do is tell him
assuming-
to shut up.
I'm assuming that 10th man is going to want to come on the panel tomorrow, as we're going to be talking about the fracas between him and Joe Cool.
Well,
Good times, good times.
Sorry, Joan?
I said that sounds like good times.
That sounds like good times. And I heard he rage quit Jeff's panel last night. Is that true?
No, did Jeff challenge his superiority?
10th man was droning on about pit bulls, and Jeff said enough, and he quit.
Not the pit bull story again.
What's the pit bull story?
Poke rounds.
Did he get bitten by a pit
Every
bull?
time 10th man talks.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so.
He's very passionate about that pit bull story.
Yes. It's a bit like Becky O. Maybe they should get me up.
Oh no.
That's one you missed off the list, Becky O.
Yeah. Well, she's been missing MIA.
So why did Kev quit the panel as well then?
Because 10th man probably phoned him and needed some. He needed to do some slurpage.
Oh, do we have to have a slurper contest?
Slurp contest.
Clean up on aisle 4. Clean up on aisle 4.
That sounds really creepy in my earbuds right now. Not sure what to think of this.
It's meant
I don't know to be grossed out or turned on. That's all.
Why not
You can
both?
be yeah, you can be both.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Whatever
I
gets you
mean,
money.
if you like,
Harry Muff.
I can creep you out and turn you on at the same time, Joni. This is my
Ooh, there's
sexy,
that
creepy
shiver.
voice.
Ooh.
You know you do that to me every time. Shame on you.
My sexy, creepy voice. Have you ever nailed anyone to a door, Joni?
Keep
How
talking.
many
I'll be-
people? How many
Can I
people have
carry
you
my
nailed?
computer to the bedroom?
How many people have you nailed to a door? Is it 4? Have you nailed 4 people to a door, Joan? Do you
That's a
like
really good
knives?
question. I love knives.
Do you like knives?
Guys are a hoot.
I'd agree with
I'm
that,
ju-
P. Will.
I'm still in awe now that I've blown up my screen. I see that the guy is holding a microphone, but when that's tiny, a guy in the corner, he looks like he's wearing a onesie for one thing, and he looks like he's holding a giant dildo.
I
was
think you're
disturbing.
revealing quite a lot of self about you there.
It's not
You're
just what you
revealing
want.
quite a lot
And
about
he's
yourself
got
there.
he's got the muscle man. Is this him in the back? He's got his own poster of himself. These are
I
my
don't
kind
kn-
of people.
Is that? I'm not sure that's a picture of him. That would be a bit weird if it was.
It's
think
weird
it
either
is.
way.
I think it is a naked picture of him.
I
You
think
know
he
what's
won a
even
muscle
weirder?
contest.
That's creepy
He-
as fuck.
He's got a fucking XLR mic in the background, and yet he's using what I think is a USB mic. What the fuck?
Clearly, he likes big mics and big microphones.
Maybe
Yes.
Oh my word!
He obviously
my
likes
word.
to hold his own equipment.
it's a dummy mic. It's just yeah. It's
Oh,
comfort
God.
mic.
It's all regulated. Everything's
So they're currently talking about, does porn promote violence against women? Now, Navin's been suspiciously quiet on the subject, as has Sasquatch. Tarkoin and I emphatically came out with a yes. But
I have no idea. I mean, I gotta claim ignorance on this one. I have no
Do some
idea.
research. Do some
You need
research.
to do
Do some okay. I gotta search. I gotta do a porn search for what I got
Yeah.
for violent women. For violent women, that's what I do. Just put in violent women. Okay.
consensual.
Violent
Like
women
even
with
the more
big stuff
aggressive
on.
sites like kink or whatever, girls have to say and consent on camera before the scene, hey, I'm okay with being choked. I'm okay with bondage. I'm okay with being gagged, slapped, whatever they want to do to them during the scene. So
Spanked.
if this is regulated,
Hang on, does that not apply to the blokes as well?
We should do.
Ugh.
She clearly
what was that noise in Adolf, Nathan?
Oh, you could hear that? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's funny.
That was almost like a kind of Homer Simpson-esque sound, wasn't it? It was like a Homer Simpson shudder. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shudder. No doubt about it.
then everything is consensual. I don't know if that's actually a teen or if it's just like a buzzword.
I mean,
And I'd
I
say-
firmly believe that like porn is a tool that you can engage with in healthy ways, or it's a tool that you can engage with in really unhealthy ways. Like, you
That's
can
true.
use porn sometimes to, as much as people want to pretend, you can actually learn a lot of cool shit in porn. Like, hey, fuck, like I want to try this. This looks crazy. Like you can do that with porn. You can also look at a lot of porn and think that like every girl I meet, I'm just gonna
Instructional.
fucking choke her and slap her in the face with my dick and think that it's okay. You know, I think that it's something you can engage with in a healthy manner or
What
an
the
unhealthy.
I mean, the most
Holy
common
shit.
examples of human depravity in human
Just
history
slap her in the face.
Well, I think he was putting that up as an unhealthy way of engaging with it.
Yeah, that was the unhealthy part. Yeah, the instructional video was using it as an instructional video was his healthy way. I could try that.
Who are these people that think that the rest of the world? Do they honestly believe that people fuck the way they do in porn movies? Is that? Am I
Some
the only one
people
that
do.
recognizes that's not how that works?
These
That's for
no,
fun.
that's what. Right. So the guy on the top left, that's kind of what he was saying. There are two ways you can approach porn. There's a healthy way, or there's an unhealthy way. And I think it was, yeah. I don't know
I was
if I
too busy
agree
watching
with
the
that.
girls with the huge tits fix their hair, so it was distracted.
All right, okay. I mean, I sort of think that porn is inherently unhealthy for everyone concerned, even though it's probably a kind of necessary evil, to use a particular type of language. I'm not suggesting it's evil, but I think it's, because porn's like a bit like drugs, right? It can be quite easy to get sucked into it being neurotic.
Literally.
Oh my word!
Oh shit!
In your opinion.
No, that's not an opinion. That's a fact. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm doing some chores and stuff and popping in and out. So my absence or silence is in no way to be inferred as guilt.
Yeah, of course it is.
Or,
Of course it is. Yeah. 2 minutes, is it? It'll take you 2 minutes to finish what you're doing.
Were you saying something there, Sasquatch?
Yeah, I was kind of mesmerized by the blonde fixing her hair too.
Oh, well, let's watch the blonde fixing her hair then.
Sexual or violent depravity.
Hang on.
You know, the
Should we take it back?
You can engage with in a healthy manner or an unhealthy manner.
I mean, the most
It's like building up
brutal
a
examples of
culture.
human depravity in human history had sexual or violent depravity. You know, the fascist and
Shoulders
communist
back.
regimes of the 20th century, serial killers in the 20th century.
Hang on. He's not going to equate fascism in the Second World War to pornography. Like, try and...
Yes, I think he is.
Why did Hitler make porn?
This will be
Fucking
interesting.
bonkers. Like, I get there was porn back then, but...
century had nothing to do with this widespread access
Oh,
to,
right.
to violent media or sexualized media. Like, human depravity does not depend on this stuff. And I think the argument that it may exacerbate it in some small way should not in any way restrict our freedom to take part in it consensually if we want to.
And I think that's an important lesson in letting somebody finish a sentence, isn't it?
No.
I might just take it back a minute because...
Fascists and
Hello,
communists.
chat. Greed out, Pookie. Anyone else?
Hey, Loon. Hey, Pookie.
Healthy manner or an unhealthy manner.
I mean, the most brutal examples of human depravity in human history had sexual or violent depravity. You know, the fascist and communist regimes in the 20th century, serial killers in the 20th century, had nothing to do with this widespread access to violent media or sexualized media. Like, human depravity does not depend on this stuff. And I think the argument that it may exacerbate it in some small way should not in any way restrict our freedom to take part in it consensually if we want to.
If we are concerned with this, then maybe instead of taking that away, as Bastier is saying, we build up a culture of consent. We talk to people about kinks and educate them. I've noticed the BDSM community is super.
Wait, what? Have we moved on from porn to kinks? That's two separate subjects, isn't it?
Yes and no.
She's
It
noticed
depends.
though the BDSM community is really sweet. She's
Well,
got friends.
Let's find out what she's about to say about the BDSM community.
people about kinks and educate them. I've noticed the BDSM community is super knowledgeable and on top of consent. That's what we need, not to take away porn or specific types of porn.
I don't think you need to be super knowledgeable about consent. It seems pretty fucking straightforward to me.
That's what safe words are for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine's aubergine.
You got to
Aren't
remember
you-
what the safe word is, though. That's what I always have trouble with.
Pineapple! Pineapple!
I mean, I think she might be having a different conversation with everyone else. to everyone else. I don't know. Let's
Probably
maybe
got
really
herself
stupid,
a
but
little
even
bit
maybe
moist
like a
and
dis-
confused.
Oh, I doubt she's. I doubt she's moist. I think she's as dry as 4-day-old stale bread.
Oh, she's probably watching it, flicking her hair.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah, that would,
They already
I don't
do
know.
that with some, I
You
think,
don't have to
with,
get too
like,
They
personal.
do
but
it. Yeah, they have disclaimers.
Yeah,
But
I've heard
do
like
you-
of a
do you think-
surprising amount of girls that will meet a guy and like on their first sexual experience out of nowhere, like the guy will like try to like choke them, like get into like play like that. That's really aggressive without ever clearing something like that first. You know, like if a lot of people are doing that because of experiences that they've had with like pornography, I would consider that to be like a really bad thing. But I think in general, the conversations that we have in society related to like consent and like informed consent, I think are really bad. So you know, maybe it'd be good to like have those talks just more often in general.
Follow-up question for Destiny. Those guys who are so far out socially, like they don't understand anything. That's my point. Guys, girls, whatever. Do you think they would improve or be better with just reading a disclaimer in the front
So like
of a
I don't think
movie?
I don't think it serves well to just say like, oh well, all of these people are autistic and they can't figure out like human basic signals. Like I do think that there's a lot of confusing messaging when it comes to sex. Like for instance, like if you're a guy, you're always expected to make all the moves. The guy asks first, the guy makes the moves for sex first. Like that's like a pretty common expectation. It's not really surprising to me that yes.
No,
you don't think that's the
Maybe it's
expectation,
okay.
Knut?
Maybe it's way different
No.
in Norway. I would be shocked if it was different in
Like,
Norway.
for fuck-
But like
making all the fucking moves. Do you know that? Like, no.
Are we
that's
talking about the
far.
effect that like this really like?
okay,
legitimate porn
our
has?
lived experiences and our personal experiences might be way different. But in my personal experience and in the experience of almost everybody I've talked to, generally guys are expected to ask the girl out. Guys are expected to like set up like the first or second date. Guys are expected to make the moves when it comes to sexual activity first. Like very
That's so
rarely.
weird.
Okay, yeah. Well, I guess maybe that.
So what do we think? Is that the case?
I don't think so.
No.
I
Nathan,
believe
do you think that's the case, Nathan? Shall I take your silence as acquiescence to that fact?
Yes, let's.
I think he's busy and he'll be back in a minute, he said.
No, he's busy agreeing.
Oh.
He said before he went, take my silence as agreeing, and then left. In my opinion, that's what he said.
he did. I heard him.
There you go.
In my opinion.
And in my opinion, they both heard him.
I was taking drugs at the time. I weren't listening to none of you cunts.
Really?
Roller.
Maybe that's just west
Should
of
I
Norway. I
ask
guess.
a guy before I put a finger in his butt while I'm
But like,
eating?
yeah, nice
Yes.
job, Casey. But like,
Yeah.
if,
Also, the
if-
guy
if-
needs
if
to not
guys,
memeing,
if
I'm
guys
being
are expected
serious.
to make the first move on everything, it's not that surprising to me that some guys would push a little bit more than they should because they think that they're expected to be the ones that push for it. Like that wouldn't surprise me. Not to say that that's okay or acceptable. Like we need to have more conversations about this type of stuff.
Pushing
Sex
part
is
of it.
like one of those things that you shouldn't. You should like you go until people tell you to stop, right?
No, he thought I wanted that because I had
Wait,
read like that. But I
Wes,
said
what?
I said I didn't like it.
Wes, Wes, what?
After
not-
being
it
5
sounded
minutes
wrong. Hold on.
after.
Hold on,
5
hold on.
minutes after being accused for sexual assault.
No, wait, no.
That's a good one.
The
Wes.
comment sounds bad, but let me explain it. I think there's nothing like less conducive to the mood than every time you're like, "Are you okay if I do this and that?" Is like, "Are you comfortable? Can you tell me where and this and how and how?" I think that's something you do before and after sex.
Yeah,
you
but
like
wait,
do the
wait,
pre.
no,
it's
hold
like,
on,
it's
hold
like a,
on.
hold on, let me finish.
Let him finish and then you guys can rebuttal.
Point. It's like a football huddle. Beforehand, you get in the huddle and you talk about the play, and after you talk about how you fucked up or how it was great. I mean, you
Okay.
don't do that in the act because.
No, Vest
Wait,
can't tell
when
you
you-
the
wait,
best
Let
sex.
Destiny respond. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're trying to figure out if somebody's okay with something, the number one best way to do it is to have a conversation beforehand. That's the
That's
best.
what I
that is
just
100%.
said.
Yeah.
But
What do you like? What do you not like?
sometimes, yeah, sometimes for whatever reason that doesn't happen. Okay, when you're in an act with somebody, what you're looking for isn't to find out how far you can go. It's to find out what are they like enthusiastically into. So like, it doesn't.
No, IP Rainwater. I'm a content thief. Shameless. Yeah. So, what do we think?
About what?
What they're talking about? Kind of talking. I suppose they're talking about consent, aren't they?
No.
Always have to be like, can I do
Talk
this?
about
Can I do this? Can I do
communication.
Yeah, but they're talking about communicating about what you're doing.
Well,
Yeah,
you-
at the time,
you talk
while you're
about
doing it.
You
Yeah.
talk about it before. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right, I'm back.
You acquiesced to a whole bunch of stuff, Naven.
Oh shit, I did. Oh god.
Yeah.
It's all right. You just agree.
What am I now? What am I? What am I now? A serial killer? What am I?
Well, if you want, do you want to be?
You're the Illuminati. We've decided you're the head of the Illuminati. It's all your fault.
You're the head of the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Illuminati. Holy shit.
Illuminati.
Good.
Maybe not that one.
I just started bad and then just got progressively worse.
Oh my god. Well, unfortunately, I do have to leave the show, much as I'm having so much fun. But you won't have me to pick around, nor to kick around anymore.
We can do
But
that
I've got to run off and do some things. Unfortunately.
Tell
This has
Mama
been
I said
fun.
hi.
All right,
Oh,
we'll
that's
see you later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
say hi to
I gotta-
Mama.
I
Have
gotta
a
go
good
get some.
evening.
I gotta get some chores done. I'm behind. So
And
there's
we'll
that.
just take your silence as acquiescence to what we're
Yeah, that's
talking
fine.
about.
I might put some headphones on so I can just see exactly what I'm guilty of. You know, it's like, oh well. Go easy on me.
You don't want Mama to hear what a bad boy you can be.
What did I do now?
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. It's like It's like getting really, really drunk and wake up the next day and everybody tell you what you did. Like, I did what? You know. So, but carry on, and we'll talk later. Peace.
Bye, Nathan.
Bye.
Fuck off.
Oh my word! This topic is getting a bit dull. Let's see if they.
Wait, did they jump to World War III in there? Wow, these
Yeah,
people
right.
really go about it.
World War III.
And then it jumps
Yeah,
back to
never
selling
more we-
nudes and sex toys. Did you notice that?
No, but
Your prep consent to World War III to selling nudes and sex toys. This is my kind of shit. I love it.
yeah, I quite like it as well. You know, there's a lot of different opinions. They get a bit shouty.
Still have to talk about, folks, World War III. Okay, it's on everybody's mind. I think it's actually
Is World War III on anyone's mind here?
No.
I'm going to be honest, it's not on mine. Right, okay.
de-escalated, but we can talk about it anyway. Go ahead and vote in the poll.
It hasn't.
It hasn't?
They just admitted that it was them who shot
Oh
down.
yes,
the
they shot down a
Ukrainian
fucking
flight.
plane. How
They
could I
admitted that
forget?
yesterday.
But wasn't that
Boeing
actually
is
weren't they
relieved.
All right.
They said it was accidental, sure, but
All right, this is from January. So they're talking about a plane going down. World War III obviously hasn't happened, so
It nearly
Yeah.
happened last week in Himalayas with some Chinese and Indians. Apparently. In my
oh
opinion.
right, yes, yeah. There was fisticuffs broke out between Chinese.
So
and
maybe they
Indian.
give them more than fisticuffs. They were killing each other with nails,
Well,
implants.
Yeah, but they're not using firearms, are they?
Not yet. They just
No,
go straight for the nuclear bombs.
Straight for only in Civilization 6.
We go from knives to nukes.
That's it.
Not nukes. Yeah, that's a bit. I mean, that's quite scary, really. I suppose if you're living in that part of the world, like the fact that India seems to be, not India, China seems to be throwing its weight around a bit. Yeah.
They're redirecting rivers that flow into India.
Selling nudes and sex toys for charity.
Who is? What?
Hey,
You
Steve.
didn't miss the meat talk. Who is?
What the fuck is orbiters and harem members? I don't know. Let's find out. Where's that? Orbiters and harem members. Okay.
Because of that chain. Does it not weird when friends of yours jerk off to you?
I have.
What the fuck?
it is weird. Yeah. I do find it weird, especially if I'm in the room.
Jesus Christ!
I think he's talking to the porn star in the top middle.
Damn.
You reckon she's a porn star?
Someone said earlier that you can find her on Pornhub.
Right, okay. Well, that doesn't mean that she's a porn star. That might just be
Just into porn. Maybe she's not very good at it.
Yeah, no, maybe when he said you can find her on Pornhub, it's not that she's got videos. She's just like in all the comments.
No, you just find her in the comment section.
It looks like her.
That's the only reason I got to Pornhub, to read the comment section.
It looks like Mia Malkova.
They're
Hi,
hilarious.
Steve. Hello, Steve. Everybody, please say hi to Steve.
I did say hi to Steve. I
Okay.
did say hi to Steve. I'll say hi to Steve again. Hi, Steve again.
Have you never read the comments section on Pornhub? It's fucking hilarious.
No,
I don't think I've ever been on Pornhub.
you could do that afterwards.
I have friends
It's
who
free.
become more like
I don't
fans
wanna.
because of that, and then it does become more of a fan relationship than a friend relationship.
Oh, right. So when she's talking about fans, like she's, fans, like you probably couldn't see that very clearly. I was making the jerking off motion.
That happens with Twitch as well. I have some
Okay.
people who I was friends with before Twitch, and now they're like fanboys.
You have an
I hate it when
OnlyFans?
Wes comes into my chat. He's just obsessed with me.
Destiny,
so
can we talk about this for a second? People keep calling me an orbiter, and I hate it because I keep saying Destiny's taught me a lot, and I think he's fun to hang out with. But I just keep getting called a fucking orbiter. It's like if you enjoy hanging out with someone who has more viewers than you, you're a fucking orbiter, man. I don't want to be an orbiter.
Dude, wait, they don't call.
I've
now
been
they're
used
like-
to-
Wasn't so? Is an orbiter like someone who hangs around someone else?
It looks like it. I used to, yeah, they're orbiting. You're
assume
orbiting
so.
around me. Like
It
wherever
sounds
I
like
go,
it.
there you are.
People
So-
that go on panels just to get content. Right.
People who go on panels to get content. What? So, like these, like you.
Obviously.
I was
I
just
would-
not going to say anything.
I think
I'm an
I would be
orbiter, though.
classed. Yeah, I
So-
think I would be classed as an orbiter,
Yeah.
and not
That's-
because I'm fat.
That's weird. I've never heard that term before. So I'm guessing an orbiter is someone who hangs around someone, and a harem member is someone who jerks off to you.
I think that's it, Shiva. We've solved the mystery. Good job, Scooby Doo.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I hang around DGG all the time.
Because everyone tells you you're in his harem. Like,
Hell
I hate
yeah.
all of you.
Hell yeah.
Wait, you don't like them because they say that you're in his hair? What? Is that what they say?
Yeah, like I talked to Destiny once, and I have people, "Are you in his harem yet?" And I'm like, "I'm not even a woman."
Yeah, I
Fuck
get
off
that one
me.
sometimes too.
Oh, I take issue with the characterization that only women would be allowed in the
Yeah,
harem.
I'm not even bisexual, but it pisses me off.
Wes is one of my most honored members.
Hang on a minute, isn't a harem for women only?
No. It's for
Is it not?
sexual objects.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Then.
Oh,
I
Tarquin.
thought I thought a
knocking in with the
harem
definition.
was for the wives, like for women. It was
But what
like
if
their
you're not into
private
women?
space.
Yeah, there were male harems, sister wives. Someone's been reading the Wheel of Time, haven't they?
I'm talking to Michael Malloy.
Oh, right. Why has he got a sister wife?
No, he goes on about it all the time.
Yeah.
All right. What we're watching is a panel discussion between some. Well, one guy's a video gamer. This guy looks like some kind of keep fit person. The woman at the top in the middle is a porn star, we think. I'm not sure who this guy in the middle is. I don't know who this guy on the right is. The one at the top right, I think, is some sort of feminist. And
She said she's not a woman. She just said she's not a woman.
All right. Well, the person on the top right, I think, is a feminist. And the bottom two, I don't know who they are. The one on the bottom right looks like she's in a porn movie right now.
Right.
With the Invisible Man.
I mean, that's not a fortunate pausing point, really, is it? It just looks like someone's airbrushed a penis out.
Lord. Wow. This is good.
You get fucked by God, but I just wanted you to tell me you
Oh my God, no, she was yawning. All right, fair enough.
I want to.
Was she
talk
trying to
about-
hide a yawn, though? Is that what was going on?
Looks like
Was
it.
she bored?
This is one of my most honored members.
Destiny is bisexual, but he won't fuck me. And I don't even want to get fucked by God. But
Her
I just
name
wanted
is
to tell me you would.
Candyland.
I want to talk about the LSF thread that talked about Jenna sexually assaulting a friend, quote unquote. That's what the title of the LSF. It went really high up on LSF. There was a clip associated with it. Has everybody seen the clip? I think we should watch it again just for reference. 1 second.
One day I just got a crush on him, and I don't know why.
Is that quiet?
Yeah, I think it's them though.
What's the frog thing doing in the top right hand corner?
The frog thing?
Yeah, I think it's it.
No, what are you talking about?
It's gone now. Rewind it a little bit.
So the clip that you just saw, they
Comes up in the
they
top
tied
right.
it into. So the
Oh, right. I think that's some kind of notification.
Okay.
Right. What she's saying is she was with a mate and she started kissing him, and he said, "What are you doing? This is weird." And then she said she spent 20 minutes roasting him, and then told him that if he didn't kiss her, she was going to go on a live stream, and said that he didn't kiss her, and so he did kiss her, and she got her way. That's kind of what she said.
What a bitch.
That's sexual assault. No means no.
So if we just this is where she's actually kind of saying
it went
what she
really
did.
high
Let's
up on.
just-
Watch it again. Just
Shit. Somebody's at my door. I'll see you guys.
Okay.
Have a good one, Sasquatch.
See you later. All right.
Okay.
I then went on to roast him for 20 minutes straight about how I was going to go to my live stream and tell everyone that I tried to kiss him, and he told me, this is weird. To where he then went on to kiss me, and I got my way.
Now I'm just going to pause it there. First of all, she looks really fucking smug about that. Secondly,
Overly smug.
I just want to highlight Joni's question and throw that open to the floor.
She's already thrown it on the floor.
I always notice the background shit. So it's just there, and I thought, what the fuck is that?
I thought the same thing.
Okay.
So the clip that you just saw, they tied it into. Is it and they called it.
The porn star
admitting
seems
sexual
bored,
assault.
doesn't she?
Do you think it's even reasonable to call this sexual
Yeah.
assault? She later explained, by
Like
the
an
way,
animal.
later down the line, she explained that and had the guy come on, and they explained that evidently it was more clear. Canute, I think you have a little bit more detail on this. That
I don't have that much detail, but I will say I think she worded herself really bad in that clip compared to what actually happened, of what I've heard. Like when you just see that clip, it sounds like she's almost forcing the guy into something that he doesn't want, but that wasn't the case.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Mia.
I mean, even from the clip I saw, I didn't see that as sexual assault. I saw it as like passion. You have to make a move.
Hang on. Right. That sounded fucking dodgy to me, what she was saying. I mean,
You don't have to ask, oh, can I kiss you if you're feeling something, you know?
But would we
obviously
feel
they're
this-
friends.
right. So she appears to be saying you don't have to ask for permission if you want to kiss someone. Well, I suppose you don't, do you? Do you have to ask permission first?
All
Exactly.
depends on the situation.
Depends who it is, suppose.
I mean, I think in my mind, I'm kind of picturing like a Hollywood movie where the hero kisses the girl, and I don't think there's ever been a situation where the hero's kind of gone, "Do you mind if I kiss you?" He's
You might, would you sign this consent form first, please? That never happens, does it? Well,
No.
it never used to happen. It might happen now.
Look at the feminist on the right, though. Look at the face on it.
oh yeah, she looks a bit.
Jenna.
Sorry,
Yeah,
they
seriously,
look a bit
and I'm here to call you out on your
triggered.
A little annoyed, yeah.
Wait, hold on.
I agree.
For what
because
bullshit?
you guys are discussing a clip that's completely out of
That's
context.
where
and
Jenna.
didn't-
That's what I
That's what we
said.
just
Oh
talked
right.
about.
So I think this is the girl they're talking about. Is now, I'm guessing, in the Discord.
That was 100%.
We just talked about how it was out of context and how you cleared it up. The topic here is about how whether it's reasonable to even call this sexual assault at all. It's not about
It's
whether it
not.
was sexual assault.
I was seeing the guy for 6 months, and he was my best friend. He had made moves on me prior.
Mhm.
I denied his moves, and if you actually look at the context, I didn't even bug him for 20 minutes. He even said on my stream it was like about 10 seconds, and he came over and kissed
People
me
think this
because
is
he
scripted.
wanted
We
it.
didn't script this at all. No, I swear to God.
Wait, what do you mean?
Okay,
Wait, why would you say you're seeing the guy, but then say you're not dating him? That means you're not seeing
Okay,
him, right?
because
Or does
he
that
was
mean
my
something
best friend,
different?
and I just got out of an abusive household when I was 17. And he
None of
was
that changes the
protecting
fact
me.
that you're not seeing him, right? You're not dating him.
Okay, well, all right. Sorry, Destiny. I had a best friend who wasn't making moves on me because he respected me. God forbid.
Wait, that's not bad. I'm just saying that you don't say you're seeing somebody. You're not dating them. You're not. That's not
All
seeing
right,
somebody.
Then all right, there you go. Then I wasn't seeing him. I just had sleepovers with him every single day.
She wasn't seeing him. She's just fucking him. What?
And we would cuddle.
No sleepovers, Joni. Sleepovers.
I'm sorry.
Fuck
Hello,
buddy,
okay.
Stone. Get with
My
the
bad.
times, woman. Get with the
Use the
times.
Clearly.
Use the grown-up term sleepover.
Fuck buddy.
That's it.
Booty call.
Together every day.
Booty call.
Jenna, the whole
That's
whole
what they
topic
used to
wasn't
call it back in the day.
into, like you
I thought she
sexually
was
assault-
using the correct term though, because
Like,
to me,
you
dating
forgot my
someone
one
and seeing someone are in fact
It
two
says,
different
like,
things.
What can be done about LSF hating women? Like that
Yeah.
was it wasn't about like
Okay, well,
you
I got a
being this
message
sexual assault.
saying to get on Raj because you guys are discussing this and slandering me. So I
Oh
was
my
like,
God!
alright, you know
Why
what,
do you
no,
listen to
but-
messages
Jenna,
from people?
Jenna, if you go back in the VOD and listen to what I said, you would actually hear that I was saying the
Oh, thank you,
opposite.
Canute.
We had.
I was saying
we
you
were
might.
going-
Okay, I'll repeat. I'll repeat what I said. This clip is taken a bit out of context, and just this clip, you might be wording yourself a bit bad because it.
Oh no, I definitely was. It's like lacking a ton of content.
Yeah, so why? This is what I don't understand. I've had conversations with other streamers about this. Why does everybody jump to conclusions and just like take action right away and like have no like without actually understanding like the full scope of what's happening? Usually, if you just like sit back and like you actually look at it and then you watch it or whatever, then you can make a more informed decision on how you're going to react. A lot of like you can't just jump to conclusions, Jenna. Like we're just
I think like
sitting here
jumping to
slandering.
conclusions and like taking action really hard is like really shitty. But I think it's pretty shitty also to make somebody feel like shit because they won't kiss you. That seems a little weird.
I
But
didn't make him feel like shit.
when you
my
say
best
things
friend
like "I'm gonna
did
go
me,
on stream
that
and
was
make
from
fun of you to
yesterday.
everybody," like that's kind of the point, is to make them feel bad for
I
rejecting
had
you.
20 viewers, Destiny, and they were all his friends, and I was 17. He was a viewer in my community himself. All those viewers that were back in my community back then are all in my community now. They're all in the Discord. They all hang out together. He hangs out with them. We were a friend group.
If anything, that makes it even
The
worse then, because you're
equivalent
roasting in
going to
front of
your
her.
Facebook high school friend group and being like, "Oh my god, so and so didn't kiss me." Wham! They all knew we were a thing. We'd done streams together prior. There's a
Yeah, that
clip
makes
of from 2016.
That girl's not coming off well, man.
No, she's digging herself a bigger hole as she goes.
Yeah. Because, like, that seems just like really dodgy argumentation, right? Like, if that was a bloke saying that, and it would, like, if the genders were swapped and it was a bloke and he was saying, well, yeah, but we're mates now, so it's fine. That wouldn't fly, would it?
No, it would cause an argument. It'd be like, how could you be so senseless?
Bottom left has a nice rack. Yeah, that's the porn star. Everyone seems to like the porn star. Well, I say everyone. I mean, you know,
Loves herself.
I'm not overly enamored of her physical form. You know, I do quite like her hair, I suppose.
I can confirm, Taze, I look nothing like that. I'm an old bag with old bag titties.
Okay.
Oh,
Even from
have
the
you got
clip,
red
it's
hair?
like,
That's
it's not
what
sexual
it's saying.
harassment.
Well, that's
No.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I don't.
Blue rinse.
Yes, blue rinse. Once every
I had a
3
blue
weeks.
rinse once. I had a blue
Every 3
rinse
weeks.
once. Real true story.
I believe you.
I did, yeah.
I don't believe it's easy for anyone to claim date rape.
That's what we were going to have the discussion
He
about.
was
But
in my bed, and
Well.
he had made moves on me prior. How's it? And we didn't even have sex.
Okay,
yet.
fuck, holy shit. I don't want to, wait. I don't want to go bad on this, but like, this is a really good example of having like no concept of like how consent are important. Just because somebody was in your bed prior doesn't mean it's okay to like push really hard. Like, all of these excuses are excuses
I
guys
didn't
use
push
to like
very
rape
hard.
women.
I just said that I was.
No,
I
but, like,
rolled
ev-
over and just
no.
said that I was gonna tell stream because I was.
Sure, but
being
I'm just saying, like,
afraid
literally
because I'm
every
afraid of
single thing,
Destiny.
every single thing you just said has nothing to do with whether or not you're like putting pressure on a guy. Like, oh, well, he was in my bed earlier, so I should be able to do
Dude,
something.
he'd made
Oh, well, it was
moves
just
on
our
me
friends and we
prior.
made fun of him. Like,
Do you
Like
want
a
me to get
playful
this
thing
guy
to
on stream
make
right now and you can talk to
other.
Destiny? And you can talk to him about how I pressured him? Go ahead.
wait, why did I get?
wait, Destiny, what? Hello?
He's
Mike.
getting moved down.
Wait, he got moved down?
Am I supposed? Who keeps moving me? Am I supposed to?
I don't know. I
No,
moved you
nobody's
back up.
supposed to be moving you. Who the hell is moving you? They're gonna lose their. Oh, Greek probably. I don't know. Maybe
Destiny,
I don't know.
if you'd like, I
Or
can
Goolsby
literally
or
get
Doc.
this guy on stream and you can talk to him about how I pressured him and it's unfair to him, and then he'll start laughing at you.
That doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that are like kind of assaulted or kind of raped, and they end up like liking the
Okay,
person, so they
I've
didn't think it was a big
literally
deal.
been assaulted, and this is completely different. I've been assaulted multiple times, Destiny. Multiple
That's
times.
great, but
I
not every
literally
assault
knew
is the
a
same
streamer
way. Wait,
while I
wait,
was
hold on, wait.
crying
Just because
tell me
that doesn't
me
matter.
saying no
I don't
didn't
care.
matter.
I don't
So, Destiny,
care.
I'm very aware of sexual assault, and you're making me
Clearly
fucking
you're
jealous
not.
of it.
Maybe you didn't learn enough about it after your own experience. I don't know. But no, just
Okay,
because
so
you've
you're
been
saying
sexually
when
assaulted.
my first kiss with a boy after we previously kissed before this teenage drama is sexual assault? What are you
I'm not
fucking 12,
saying-
Destiny?
I'm not saying. I'm gonna make somebody cry. If we keep this up, Rush. Keep going. I don't want to do this right now.
I think it's like she's having her personal experience and we're kind of parsing words and reasons, right?
Absolutely not. What she described was rapey behavior. Now, was it actually sexual assault or something? No, of course not. But that, like, if you don't kiss me right now, I'm gonna go make fun of you in front of all of our friends. Like, that's like really gross behavior. Like,
Was creepy behavior because I
I
wasn't
don't care about anything that happened in the last 6 months. It doesn't change your particular encounter. Like, you guys weren't dating. You didn't have pre-existing sexual relationships. Like,
These are normal encounters. Kids have awkward first kisses.
Yeah, I
Destiny,
think that
this
they
is
had a
life.
playful relationship, and at 17, she's a completely different person. And they had a very close relationship. She's saying.
It was cleared up.
I don't think they ghost each other all the
I
time.
think it's
like,
cleared up,
You act like this guy is just some sort of like little bitch. He
man, this talk is so fucking
Okay.
toxic. If he was a real man, he would have just said no. Blah blah. This is so toxic. Oh fuck, Rush. I'm so chill right now.
But Destiny, man
experience
doesn't
last
get
night.
to
I
rest.
don't wanna lose it.
Destiny,
Oh
man
my
doesn't
God.
get to rest. You said that earlier.
What?
Men can't be harassed. You said that earlier. It's
I
just
never
we-
said that. I said that you don't
Yeah,
typically on Twitch get harassed for being a man. There is a
No,
lot of
you said
opportunities.
you said if they were told the same things, it's not the same way of harassment against men that
Hey,
it
Queef.
is against
On
women. You said
Twitch, in a male-dominated environment where men are expected to play video games, you don't typically get harassed for being male. But there are experiences in the real world
So-
outside of video games where, yeah, you can face some sorts of pressures for being a man, like the inability to show, emotions, or saying like, "Hey, well, she didn't sexually assault me. I'm a guy. That can't happen." Of course, that happens in real life.
We respond.
He had made moves on me prior. He even admitted on stream that he wanted me to kiss him. And the only reason why he said this is weird, he didn't even say no or to stop. He said was because he thought he was friend zoned and he was surprised and he wanted to kiss me. We in fact even kissed prior. He'd given me soup before because I was sick, and I'd give him a kiss on the lips as a thank you. We'd never made out prior. You're making this scenario, Destiny, so much worse than it actually is just because of a clip and my terrible wording.
Well,
And by the way, everyone's saying rape and throwing out rape.
well,
We
I
didn't
wouldn't
have
say
sex.
it's rape. I'm not saying
I
it's
was a
rape.
virgin, and nothing sexual happened that night. The only thing that happened that night is we kissed as
Jenna-
teenagers. For
Jenna,
the
I
first
think he
time.
did say it wasn't sexual assault. I think what he's saying.
No, I wouldn't know if I'd call it sexual assault or whatever. The behavior is just like really like I don't think it's very good. But I mean, it's not like you raped somebody or like I don't know. I wouldn't go that extreme, but like
And we're glad it turned out well and everything's okay.
no.
No, okay.
Oh my god, hold on. I'm
Now
getting
it's triggered.
No. See your relative.
You see why I like him though, right?
Yep, totally.
Gonna
sorry, go ahead.
be my focus is gonna be de-escalation with the human being who is dealing with this on a huge fucking platform, right? Who's obviously fucking heated. And then talk about the theoretical issues that affect men versus women in this issue and how we treat men differently in this situation. And yes, I absolutely agree that this is being handled poorly. But I just think maybe we don't push people to these weird limits like this, especially when they're talking about fucking sexual assault and whether or not they sexually assaulted someone, right?
Sure, but Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Finished, Eva. Are you finished?
No, I'm just saying, like, it's this huge platform and you're putting someone in this very, like, uncomfortable area. You might not necessarily be,
No.
but how is this going to be eaten up by chat?
If somebody else is uncomfortable with an issue, I don't care. My responsibility is to my audience that's going to listen to the message I put out or the thousands of people listening over another individual's comfort. Okay? I disagree with your characterization, the idea that if things turned out okay, then it's fine, because there are, whether or not we want to admit it, whether or not it's not politically correct to say it, there are people who encounter men that get rapey with them, but afterwards they're kind of okay with it because they had a fun time. That doesn't make the prior thing okay.
I wasn't rapey with him at all.
I'm not
It
saying
was-
that. I'm not talking. I'm saying
Jenna,
that Eva's characterization.
Before,
Yeah,
Eva's
and dick and kiss isn't
explicitly
considered
says,
rapey.
Destiny, that
No,
she
I'm not
wants
saying that. I'm not saying a kiss is rape. I'm just saying that Eva's statement that it turned out okay, so it's okay. I reject that characterization
not okay.
wholesale.
Like,
okay,
yeah,
okay, I agree with that. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on,
okay.
hold
My
on. Let me
first
get this
focus was-
straight, because I think Jenna, you're fighting Destiny on something that I don't think he's even necessarily saying. I think what Destiny's trying to say is, in your particular instance and situation, it wasn't sexual assault, right? Is that what you said, Destiny? You
No,
don't.
I
think-
wouldn't call it
exactly.
sexual assault.
Okay, right.
No.
And Jenna, you're thinking, but he just may have some like some problems with how you're the things that you're saying and generalizing across all situations. Is that correct, Destiny? Would that be an accurate?
Yeah, when you say
representation?
things like, "Oh, well, I was on his bed
Well,
earlier,
not
so
all
it's okay."
situations,
or-
it's different, but there's a lot of context here.
But I think what the problem that Destiny has is just because like you're making all these assumptions in your particular like situation. It's probably it's fine, it works right with your particular situation, but it's not necessarily consistent across all situations. So you're defending yourself as if he's attacking you personally, but he's attacking like your rhetoric like across the board, right? That's what he's talking about. He's not saying your particular situation. He just doesn't agree with the rhetoric that you're using. Is that correct, Destiny? Am I?
Kinda. Well, no, I disagree with the specifics given.
Okay.
Like, I don't
All
know.
right.
Like, I don't know.
I was trying to de-escalate it. Maybe it didn't work. Well, I don't know.
Pressuring people into like doing things sexually or whatever, even if it's as a joke, I
didn't do
don't think.
anything sexual with him. It was a kiss.
Okay, pressuring people into physical things, even as a joke, I just don't think that's very cool.
Well,
Okay.
I didn't pressure him.
I-
I just said I would tell stream, and it was about 10 seconds later he kissed me.
Yeah, so you
Pressure, Destiny. You
She
are
did
a
pressure
little
him.
bitch.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
I really.
To me, like this guy that's upset, he clearly is not getting any. It's what it sounds like to me. A little odd that
So
he's
you-
so defensive. Either he's
You think-
projecting,
You think he's not getting it?
getting any. I think he's projecting his lack of having women throw themselves at him. Which
Right,
seems
okay.
like he's projecting. He's very defensive about this, and I don't know a man in the world that wouldn't want a woman looking like that to kiss. She didn't sexually assault him; she kissed him, for crying out loud. Unless I've missed
Right,
something.
but so the context was at the start of this particular discussion. There was a video played in which the woman was there, and she said that she tried kissing him, and he said that's a bit weird. And then she's spent 20 minutes roasting him, and then told him that she was going to go on a live stream and tell everyone that he didn't kiss her, and so he kissed her, and then she got her way. So that was her, and that was kind of her word.
Third grade to me. That sounds like something that happened on the playground in third grade. Boy didn't kiss me, so I pushed him in the dirt, and then the next day he kissed me.
No, let me say that again. Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So the girl tried kissing the guy. The guy said, "This is a bit weird." She spent 20 minutes roasting him to his friends, and then told him that if he didn't kiss her, she was going to go on a live stream and tell everyone that he didn't kiss her, at which point he kissed her.
I'm more confused. This again, you're
All
acting
right,
like the teacher on
let's all right. Let's
Eva?
swap it. Let's swap
Eva?
it round a bit.
May I?
Yeah, go on.
Okay,
Please.
Joan. She's turned around and said, "Kiss me." He said no. She's in her head. She's gone, "Yes, you will." So she's talked at him enough until he's gone, "Okay." So she's forced him to kiss her.
Well, coerced.
Coerced,
Pressurised.
then. Yeah, coerced.
And now kissing is the code word for fucking, right? He literally just a kiss on the mouth, right? Just
No,
a
it was just a kiss.
Yeah.
yeah. This seems like a lot of talk for a kiss, but I mean, I'm all for it what they're doing. But thank you for clarifying because
So if it was a guy pressurizing a woman into kissing him by saying, "Well, if you don't, I'm going to go on a live stream and shame you," would that be equally trivial?
If a man spent 20 minutes trying to convince me to kiss him, one, I wouldn't have stayed there for 20 minutes, and two, I would have.
Joan. We're not.
Okay.
I'm not asking what you would have done.
Okay.
Right? What I'm asking you is, if the genders were reversed,
Oh.
would it be less would the triviality of it be the same?
Yeah, it would still sound ridiculous in my mind, I think. Yes.
So it's okay for guys to pressurize and kind of blackmail women into giving them kisses, is what you're saying?
Of course it's not okay, but if they're pressured and you do it, then whose fault is that really? I mean, again, we're talking about kissing, not fucking. To me,
It makes no difference. It's still a pressurized intent.
okay. So it's a peer pressure. So in other words, okay, let me think about it then. All right, fair enough.
Basically,
Well, and I suppose that's the topic. Yeah.
he said no. She's refused to take that no and got her yes.
So it worked for her. It
Yeah.
worked for her. Okay, so
Yeah.
so he doesn't know what his boundaries are.
she was able to manipulate the conversation and the intention to her.
Well, that's easy then. A lunatic. She's a cunt. That's
She is 100%.
She's just a bitch. Stay away from
She's
her.
a fucking whore, love.
Yes. Okay, I got it now. All right.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, but
She's
I
a
think that's why
trend.
the guy in the top left is kind of reacting the way he is because what he's reacting to is the underlying argumentation, right? Because it's like when you say, "Oh, a girl forced a guy to kiss her," yeah, you can make that sound trivial, but if you actually reverse the genders, actually, it has a much more sinister overtone, I think, right? And I think that sinister overtone needs to be equally applied to everyone, really, because it's the action that's sinister. Yeah.
Really like that, like, well, hold on, no, I just think it's funny. I just think it's really funny that all these guys, like,
joke towards my best friend.
no one is. Oh my god.
Destiny here, I actually have to say a fucking bad take, but it would be easier defending your point if the roles were reversed.
Well, no
100%.
shit. But the
Yes,
sad thing
it
is,
would be-
no. But the
Yeah,
sad, and this is why it
that's
pisses me
not
off so
even
much when
sad.
you guys, this is why it pisses me off when you guys like rail against like feminism and shit so much. Like, people will sit here and like you like Canute, you're not saying fuck all, but then when you talk about things like, oh well, men have problems in society, or men's rights, blah blah blah. This is one of those things. The idea that a guy could be pressured into a sexual situation he's not uncomfortable with, but because he's a guy, it's expected to always be okay with it. That is bullshit. The idea that it turned out okay, it makes it bullshit. The idea that you were just joking when I pressured him into it, I just said that as a joke. Rapey guys use that all the fucking time to get girls to do shit that they're not comfortable with. But it's okay when Jenna says it, she's a little girl and it's just a joke, whatever. I think that's bullshit. And I think anybody talks about men's rights or any of that shit should also say that's bullshit.
Destiny, do you want to talk to the guy?
I don't give a fuck what the guy says. I don't need his opinion on it. No, I don't need his opinion on it. I don't.
The responsible and respectful approach is best. Are you talking about what are you talking about there, Be Real? Are you talking about this
comment
discussion
above.
or
The comment above. Maybe
Maybe I'm-
it's a grey area.
I think there's a difference between teens experimenting and what these guys are talking about because these are all adults, right? I mean,
Well, it's
that
supposed to
woman
be, yeah.
in the video earlier who was saying, "I made him kiss me," like she was a woman, wasn't she? She wasn't a kid. Or have I just kind of like completely misread her age?
That's what I'm thinking. These are adults here.
Yeah.
Did an adult not have the right to say no and walk away from somebody who's just trying to kiss them? I don't.
Oh no, Joan, stop that man just trying to kiss them.
You're
Sorry.
coming in from the wrong angle, Joan. It's
Okay.
not about
Like,
that.
like this is the age of
I'm so
this is
confused
the
right now.
this is the age of the Me Too movement, right? Where men are meant to have this heightened awareness of like sexual ethics, and I think that has to be applied across the board. And I think like it's great to expect men to have a higher awareness of sexual ethics, but then women also need to have a higher awareness of sexual ethics, right? Otherwise,
Sure.
like that there's a double standard, you know.
Okay. No, I agree. That's fair.
I don't care if he likes you. I don't care if you're dinner. I don't care if you get fucking married and have 32 fucking kids. That's great. Doesn't change the fact that in the original situation, I think the behavior is pretty scumbaggy.
Okay. So you think, in your case, you think it's scumbaggy, but it wasn't actually scumbaggy because there's context and a relationship between the two of us. And so you're getting offended by my behavior that has nothing to do with you or any other situation, which in other situations, it could be bad. I do agree. But in this particular one, it is not. So you do not care about context. You do not care about anything else. You just want to be offended.
It's not about being
No,
offended.
you
It's
want to
about
be offended. That's
it's
what
not
it
a
is, Destiny.
what,
You
do
want
you know
to
who
be
you're
offended.
talking to? I feel like you have no fucking idea who I am or what my history is here. It's not about me
You
being
literally wanna
offended.
be
It's
offended.
the
You don't
idea
care
that
about
there is a
context.
platform where a lot of people listen to me, and I like to make sure that my messaging is responsible. So when you come on and
so
you
you
give a
wanna
lot of
be
takes
offended.
that are pretty similar to guys that rape women, I want to make sure that people know, hey, by the way, I don't think this is cool. Maybe in your very ultra particular circumstance, you could ignore like a lot of the red flags that make you look like a fucking rapist. But in this case, I like to let people know, like, hey,
How does it make me look like a rapist? How are you
Oh my god, that was savage. I mean,
But
what do
he's
we
right.
think about what he's saying? Like,
I
are
think
there
he's
red
right.
flags in her, like, in what the initial video, and then what she's been saying in defense of her actions? Like, you know, are there red flags?
All
I mean,
she's trying to do is not look bad. That's all she's trying to do.
it does sort of seem that way.
That's how it comes across to me, in my opinion. Sorry, I forgot to add that bit.
Jenna, the clip
How are
we
you
saw,
throwing rape around?
the clip that is made, Jenna, listen, the clip that is made seems fucking bad, even though I can understand from hearing all the context. If we add all the context, if we know the whole story, it might be something different, yes, but in that clip, and that clip is what Destiny actually is commenting on, it sounds fucking bad.
I agree.
That's what it is.
I like how
I think we all can agree
Destiny's
about it.
furiously typing away the whole time.
We know that you didn't rape the guy or anything, but that's not the point.
I love everybody on the
Why?
show. I love all of you so much.
Have we figured it out? Are we all good?
We figured out we love each other.
I love all of you guys, but I
Are we
love
all good,
fucking
Jenna? Because
bantering
that's
with you
not-
as well.
Look, Jenna, if this was like some sort of witch hunting, like I think
It seems like a witch hunt, honestly.
why?
Because you
Because
guys are
somebody's saying
putting
bad
everything
things
for
about
something
her.
entirely innocent.
We were talking, but that
we
wasn't
have
that wasn't the
Destiny here
intent.
throwing
Hold on,
around
do
rape,
you know
for
how many?
example.
I've specifically said multiple times that I don't think it was rape or sexual assault. How many times have I said that? Wait, can we
Jenna.
count it? Can we go back to the bot and count?
Jenna, that's where we were getting to. It was with the cast that we had, we knew what the response was going to be.
So, all right, yeah, who's going to be the last man, woman, or other standing? Because the one on the grey top isn't a woman, and I don't know how they refer to themselves, so we'll have to include the others.
It was going to be what Destiny just said. It wasn't sexual assault. That's what we were trying
Kind
to
of
say.
sounds to me, Raj, like she's just looking to get offended. I don't know. That's what it feels like.
Oh
to me,
yeah,
man.
really?
I think she feels attacked from a lot of people because a lot of people have been attacked.
Yeah,
That clip
Jenna,
in itself was an attack.
The people here aren't trying to attack you, right? That's not what it's about. I mean, you came in here and started a conversation with Destiny, and it kind of went down a road that was a little bit more windy, and like we kind of went into more depth into the situation. But the surface level, what you were dealing with on LSF and whatnot was this: is it sexual assault or not? And the answer, according to Destiny, is no. I don't think
It's not my ruling on. Don't.
Well,
make it
I know,
sound-
but in the cast before you got that DM from some random, I don't know who the hell right, telling you that we're slandering you on the show. If they would have actually watched, they would have understood that the entire cast had this same conclusion.
That sounds a little bit like this community, doesn't it? People messaging each other and going, hey, they're talking shit about you on their panel.
I think it's every community, isn't it?
I think so, yeah, pretty much.
Conclusion, and that was that it was not sexual assault, and we factored in the clip that provided more and additional context. And Canute even mentioned that people on the cast were anxious, they even interrupting me to try to make sure that everybody understood the full context of the situation, right? So I don't really understand what you're trying to accomplish here, because that's not what we're trying to do, right? So
Okay, well,
that makes sense?
I clearly didn't have full context here. I'm pretty heated anyway on this whole subject because I'm getting really sick of being called a rapist.
Well, we're not, but that's not what we're trying to do. That's not what we're doing
Okay,
here.
no, I understand that now, but I got a message from someone saying
Yeah.
that was
Well,
going
you know
on. So
what?
I
Who did you
apologize.
get a message from? Let's bring him in here right now.
I'm good. I don't
Bring
really
their
want to
stupid ass in here right now. They're trying to stir up the drama. Who was it?
Nice.
Who was it?
Viewers.
Name
I
and
like
shame! Name and shame!
It was probably Jenna's White Knight, something Pussy Liker 3000. That's a
She's probably making it up.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, Jenna, it's over.
Thanks,
it's not,
Raj.
What? Thanks.
What are the odds it was
What'd I
this
do?
You're
person?
fucking get me in trouble with everybody. I fucking hate you.
You didn't get in any trouble. There's
Um,
no bridges burned. You
in
and
the
Jenna are
great
great friends,
time.
right, Jenna?
Okay, I liked her when I met her. We had fun.
But of course, I will be a bitch to Destiny when I, he can be a bitch.
There you
Jenna,
go. Thanks,
it's
Raj.
fine.
I respect
We're
Destiny
good.
because
It
he's
isn't
protected
Raj's-
from a few terrible situations. So I
Look, believe me, Jenna. When this topic came across,
So
we were
just
very
ignore the
careful about how we-
pronouns and
I just can't
the
believe
person in
that
the
you
great
would listen to
top.
some
Is
random
that a new
chat. I don't
pronoun?
understand. Like we were just.
I just don't. If you want me
That's
to,
in the great top. Yeah.
Person in a great top.
yeah. So like I wouldn't.
That's how they
Identify as that person
I mean,
in a
that's a good
great
thing.
top.
Don't trust anybody.
I hear you.
Oh,
I
that's
hear
not a
you.
good thing.
I'm back, by the way.
You're right though. Don't
With
trust
how
anybody.
things
Amen,
go.
brother.
Trust anybody. All right. Go ahead and vote.
Don't
Nope.
do this to me, Raj. I hate you.
What do you mean, dude? I didn't do any. I didn't.
You're
do you
doing
think?
this
Do you
to me.
think
I
that I
really
messaged
Fuck you,
her?
Raj.
Do you think
No,
that I
he-
messaged her and
he
brought her
wanted
on?
this-
Destiny.
You were like,
I saw-
you were like, Des, I got a good topic for you. Holy shit.
No.
Fuck you.
The final now, ladies and gentlemen, between Canute and Destiny. All right, here we go.
Canute, do you think that there's a way that like you could appeal to Destiny's community? Because I feel like a lot of
the
people...
only thing, the thing is, the only thing I know I can appeal to them in, they want to see Destiny suffer at the gym session, and I can promise them, if he agrees to join me and they vote for me, I will take him to a gym. I will make him cry for a week so he can't stand up
Okay.
from bed a week later.
Let me tell you why I don't fuck
If
with
you vote for me,
If I win, then we'll do a stream with Canute where we go sit him down at like some fucking insane SJW workshop where like 7 like crazy blue-haired women can talk to him for an hour and talk to him about all those views or whatever. And he's not. And if he raises his voice at any of them and gets frustrated or starts shouting, it's another 30
Holy
minutes he has to sit
shit,
there.
that's
okay?
genius. That is so fucking genius. Holy shit.
oh, I lost.
Oh my god. Okay. The winner of the Raj Royale podcast with 54% of the vote. It was the closest poll that we've seen this year. Ladies and gentlemen,
Canute. There we go.
the winner of the Raj Royale podcast
Destiny's
is
obviously a con, and they want to see him suffer.
Congratulations!
Did it actually work?
They want him
That's
to
my
suffer.
take on that.
He is a bit of a cunt, yeah. But
In my
I've got to
opinion.
say, I've got to say, I sort of quite like him. Like, I'm going to watch some more of his stuff, I think.
Yeah, it looks good.
So are we going to do panels like that? But with this community? Fuck me.
Not with this community, no. I don't think that would work.
Well,
Hey,
voting off
welcome
every
to
10
Bravo.
minutes. That'd work. Voting
That
someone
would
off.
work. No, it's just I don't think the discussions themselves would be.
Well,
It would be kind of fun though to see what our responses would be to their questions. What difference would we have to what they said?
We could lower the topic discussions. So, like, what is your favourite colour?
Blue.
Which crayon tastes the nicest? You know what I mean?
Blue.
Hey, boatman.
We could do something like that. Am I being a twat? I am. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're being a right cunt waffle. You are. I might have to
I'm trying
change
to
the
win.
name.
I'm trying to
I
win
might-
the prize. See.
I might have to change the name. Cunt waffle is kind of too friendly. I think it needs to be a bit. Turd blossom.
Third blossom. Isn't that just a posh, different word for a mushroom?
What about shithead?
Wanker.
Wanker. That could work. Yeah.
That suits everything, wanker.
So,
Wait,
yeah,
wanker.
Fuckwit and wanker tournaments. Nice.
I'm down.
Well, you could win both, John.
Can I be both?
You could win both.
Well, you're not in the fuckwit tournament, so you can't win that.
I gotta have time to prepare for that. I can't be in it until until I've earned it. So I'm still in the practicing stages. I'm being taught.
Who's your teacher of fuckwittery?
You are. I learned
Me?
it by watching you. I learned it by watching you.
Are you calling me a fuckwit?
American commercial.
No, she's calling you a teacher.
Oh, sensei.
Well, I learned it all from Tarquin, so.
Lies.
And he learned it from you, Loon.
Yeah, got nothing to do with me.
We're all Naveen's flunkies anyway, didn't you know?
Are we?
Naveen is our master. We all just do Naveen's bidding, didn't you know?
Yes, we were programmed by Naveen Johnson.
Yeah.
I see.
Is that true, Naveen? Just put no in chat if it isn't.
See,
Oh,
by your
fuck off.
silence- by your silence, does that mean yes? Oh, I'm watching the news. There's fucking riots again. Protests everywhere in England. Why?
Really? Is that because it stopped raining?
Yeah.
How bad are they? I haven't seen the news.
Well, there's lots of people protecting Winston Churchill's statue now. Oh, there's like anti-protests and protests, and then protests against those protests, and then anti-protests against those protests that are protesting against the anti-protests. So there's like lots of little protests all going off.
Is there a live feed, is there?
No, I'm just watching news. But there's
What are
no
they
social distancing going on by the looks of it.
Well, I heard on the news today on the radio that they're relaxing all the COVID stuff now
Yeah.
within
I
the
thought
next
we
couple
were
of
having
days.
I thought we were having another wave though, and we're relaxing it. Just recently, I heard the wave was coming. That China's
Well,
been hitting.
in America, you haven't peaked yet, so you're still on the first wave.
Ah, I see.
And in certain states, it's going through the roof. Florida being one of them.
Well, as a state of seniors in Florida. I had this idea. Now, this might sound crazy. I had this idea, and I mentioned it to my husband, and he didn't say it. He said it didn't sound all that crazy. But when you wear like your mask when you are doing breathing treatments and stuff, it's important that you clean your tubes and all that stuff so you don't get the jump. And then I was thinking, China's been wearing masks on their face for a very long time.
Yeah, but that was a different region.
Reddit,
where the virus came from, that it wasn't like a region where people wore masks.
Right, so could they have already had a weakened immune system, or as far as like their
No,
respiratory?
in China,
Wearing it for so long?
they tended to wear masks because of the pollution, I think.
Yeah, and then by wearing them so long and for so many years and children growing up with them. You know, I'm just wondering if there might be a connection from, and why some of the other countries weren't hit as hard, because it's not some, and of course Italy has a lot of elderly in it, doesn't it? Which already has respiratory problems to start with.
I think Italy's was more to do with how they live than the population, the elderly population. They live in large family groups of many generations, multiple generation family groups. I think that was more to do with Italy's problem.
I mean, they've slipped down a little bit now, haven't they?
Yeah. I still don't understand why the United Kingdom is not applicable to recovered cases.
Well, there's a whole bunch. Actually, there's some in the right-hand column. Well, Nepal, Uzbekistan, Venezuela.
Oh, the Netherlands as well. So. Crazy Dutch people.
Yeah. Nearly 2.5 million cases in the States.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking mental.
That's hard for me to buy. It not in my area. There's not. That's all I can say. Maybe there is. I don't know. Maybe there is,
No.
but not.
There's not 2.5 million cases in your area, no, Jody.
No, but I mean, there's not. I don't know that there's any. Actually, I mean, they're not reporting it.
That's true, Taz.
Well, what time is it? 10:30. I might start thinking about wrapping this up. Yeah, because it just started off as a test and that failed. So, you know, it wasn't meant to be a long stream particularly. But, you know, it was fun. It was fun.
I've had fun.
So my next... the next... Well... Of course you have. The next shit show is on Monday, and we're going to be looking at a little. There was a kind of beef that went down between 10th Man and Kev and Joe Cole concerning, like, and I think it involves a wider discussion about bullying in the community, and I think there's quite an interesting conversation to be had there. So this isn't. It's not going to be particularly taking sides, because I don't necessarily have a stake in their argument at all. But yeah, just kind of looking at that sort of stuff. No, I'm not going to bother with Emo's last show, Terry. I don't think I'll bother with that at all. And then next Thursday will be the inaugural episode of the Football Tournament 2020. So hopefully you'll all turn up for that, and it should be a laugh. The first rounds will be some good ones. Yeah,
Posted a link. Are we doing it from top to bottom as it is?
I think so. Yeah, just kind of work. Unless you think we should space some of them out.
Well, you either put every number in a hat and draw it and do it that way, or you work top to bottom, I suppose.
I mean, we could do a number in a hat system. I think I can rearrange them. If not, we can always just edit the names.
Okay.
Mind you, see, I think the reason why we did that was because Nathan and I, well, Nathan largely was thinking that some of them have feuds, and so we thought it'd be good to pair up. Like Defend and Eric Brandt have a bit of a feud going on, don't they? So, and it seemed like the only time that we would be able to do that would be in the first round. Maybe for the kind of troll tournament, we can do like some kind of random seeding like that. Maybe have an episode where we seed, like not seed. What's the term? I don't know. It's a sporting term. You probably watch sports, don't you, Tarquin?
I do. I'm watching it now.
Football or something, you know.
Yes.
In the World Cup, when they decide where everyone's.
They have seeded players, yes. They can't be knocked out in the first round, I think, yes.
Scam baiting. That's a good point. Scammers are apparently coming back out of the woodwork a little bit. So
I think she meant the tournament.
Oh no, it's not a scam baiting tournament. No, Verica, it's a fuckwit tournament where
any other people are.
You probably won't know any of the people. that's very true. Let me get a link.
I've posted it twice.
Quick shout out to Wilma Dickfit and Taze. There you go. Job done.
All right.
No, I won't say the other thing. Cheeky bastard.
Hey, what now?
I'm just reading chat while you're looking that up. Hope you don't mind.
All right. No. Wait, what are the rules? The rules are so this is how it's going to work. In each bout, we're basically going to play a clip or two from each participant. Just to kind of highlight them, and then the chat will vote in a poll who wins the bout. So it's pretty simple, really. Popcorn. So those are the rules essentially. Like we're just going to play some videos, have a bit of a laugh, and then the chat will vote on who wins the bout, and then the winner goes forward to the next round. And we'll do that using a poll in Streamlabs, so there's no kind of fuckwittery or whatever. So it's not meant to be like a serious thing. It's just meant to be a laugh, really. Yeah, something enjoyable.
Just a little something different.
Yes. So, any final thoughts, Joni, before you fuck off?
Don't be a consumer.
All right, then.
I don't know. I gotta come up with some catchphrase when I want to leave before this. I get put on the spot and don't know what to fucking say. Goodbye, everybody in chat. Thanks, guys, on panel, and have a nice day.
All right then. Fuck off. Oh. All right. So.
My turn.
All right. Any final thought?
If you see someone without a smile, give them yours. Good night, everyone.
Very nice. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off.
Any final thoughts, Tarquin?
Yeah, I really love popcorn.
You really love popcorn. Very nice. And fuck off. And then there's just me, and I suppose I should fuck off as well. So that's the end. Goodbye.